welcome back to my channel, Charmed Intuition Tarot. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. So we are back with the year ahead reading. We are looking into 2026. This is the 6th or 7th year ahead reading I've done. I think the 7th. Wow. But this is a really big reading. I actually filmed this a month ago. This is a reading for some reason I tend to overthink. So when I filmed it, I thought, oh, I don't know. I was just being kind of overcritical. Then I rewatched it yesterday and I edited it and I was quite happy with it. It's the reason why I get overcritical of it is just because it's a lot of information. So we are getting like a full year of information. We're going month by month with the charms and the mini tarot cards. And we also get the main themes of the year. So it's a lot of information packed into one reading. I try to keep it as organized as I possibly can, but that's the part I typically tend to be a little bit overcritical of. But you know what? This is the info we got. I hope that you enjoy it. We will dive right in. I want to show you the choices and then we will we'll dive in, and I can't wait to hear what you think. I would definitely recommend getting a pen and paper and making notes, point form notes, anything that kind of stands out, because a lot of this ends up making a little bit more sense as the year progresses, or some things might surprise you. You might not know what one thing means, one charm, one thing that I say, but then sure enough, that month comes and it happens. I've seen that in comments time and time again. It's really fun. But let's show you the choices and then we'll take a deep breath together. So we have 4 teacups to choose from. And I think they're in order from most caffeinated to least caffeinated. I'm pretty sure. If I've got that wrong, forgive me. I just kind of realized that. But I could be wrong. But we've got 4 teacups to choose from with 4 different kinds of tea. So we've got the first teacup. I can't lift it because I'm just kind of covering the little keywords, but you've got a little blue teacup with a moon and some stars. And this is an oolong tea. Make sure you can't see the word. If you see the words, it's not the end of the world, but. And then group 2, we've got this orange teacup with some stars and it has black tea. Group 3, we have a green teacup with a moth and some stars, and it has green tea. And then group 4, we've got a purple teacup with a little crescent moon and some crystals, and this has white tea. So whichever kind of tea you typically drink, or whatever teacup you feel the most drawn to, there's no wrong way to choose. You can choose by number 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, let's take a deep breath together. That'll give you more time. No rush, pause if you need to. And I always say it, but please have fun with my readings. My readings are meant for entertainment purposes. If you're listening to this and it doesn't quite make sense, feel free to leave it behind for someone else. I will say a reading like this is especially important for you to have fun, because we're looking at a full year, and I say this, but it's important because some of you could be new to tarot or not know what to expect with one of these year ahead readings. So if you get a challenging card in the monthly forecast, please don't let that discourage you. You know what? Every year has challenges. That's just part of life. Don't think just because you get a challenging card that one month is not going to be good. That's not how this works, okay? So just have fun with it. Try to put it in perspective. Don't force the message. If you're listening to it and it doesn't feel like it's for you, that's okay. Although I do hope it does resonate, and I do hope it all makes sense for you. And I really would love for you to come back and update me. If you enjoy my readings and you want to become part of my cozy community over on Patreon or memberships, you could definitely do so. Both of those are linked below. It really just depends on whatever is more convenient for you. Memberships is on YouTube. Patreon is a different website. And both of those have some previous videos. Patreon especially has a really big library of videos that I posted throughout the years. So if you want to check that out, I would appreciate it. And yeah, I think we are good to go. Let's dive in, get comfy, get yourself a cup of tea or coffee. Like I said, I filmed this a month ago, so I had forgotten a lot of what came up, and it was really interesting. So let's get started. I will put the timestamps below. We'll start with group number 1. If you chose the oolong tea, then this is your 2026 forecast. Every year, even though I've been doing this 6 or 7 years, I never really know how I'm going to approach the reading necessarily. I think today, we'll start with your oracle cards to kind of get the main themes and get a good picture of what's going on. Then we'll jump to the month by month forecast, and then we can always come back and reference these cards. So what I did was, like I said, I got all of our main themes of the year, different things that will probably stand out. and different things to look forward to or pay attention to. And every group got a tarot card of the year except for you. You got 2. And the reason why you got 2 is 2 popped out. I didn't want to choose and I didn't want to reshuffle. In my mind, these were your cards. I didn't want to like pick one, you know what I mean? So you've got 2, even though I had only intended on getting 1. So I just took both. My stomach's growling. Okay, so your tea card, I'll probably cover this with a spoon in the intro, but oolong tea, so reflection, wisdom, emotional balance. So I just clued in as I was setting up for the reading how cool that is, because wait till you see, we'll just prop this up right here. I don't want to cover the candle, but we'll just put your tea there so we can reference it. But it says emotional balance. Look at your tarot cards of the year. You've got Ace of Cups and Justice card. When I was looking at your cards earlier, like when I shuffled them, I didn't even make that connection. So that's kind of cool. I'm taking these as like separate messages, of course. We'll get kind of like into each card individually, but I did think that was kind of cool. So emotional balance is definitely coming through. You know, to get these cards for your year ahead, I mean, this one came out first and then the Justice came out second. So I don't know if that matters to you, but the this really felt to me like the main message. So this Ace of Cups is new beginnings, and this is an emotional opening. It represents softness. Again, the emotional balance thing really popped out to me, but it can also be creative energy. You know, it's a sense of renewal. This could represent new love. This could just represent a feeling of overflowing love in your life. So either way, it's definitely a good card to get. And then the Justice card. This could be decision-making. This could be themes of balance, like we saw. This could be, and as we get through your cards, I did make a few connections to different things that might happen. But yeah, decision-making, truth, something getting resolved, balance. So let's kind of dive into more of your cards, but those are your tarot cards of the year, okay? So these themes are going to kind of run through the whole year. Great cards. In fact, all 4 groups got pretty solid cards. I've done readings before. I mean, and this is the thing, before we even go forward, once we get into your month-by-month forecast, here's the thing. Have fun with my readings. The fact is, every year has challenges. So had you gotten a challenging card, it wouldn't have meant your whole year is not going to be good. It just means this is a theme that we're currently dealing with, okay? So if you get a challenging card, with the monthly forecast, please, you know, don't let it discourage you. Have fun with these readings. It's just an important little reminder, especially when we're looking at a full year ahead. I say it often in my weekly readings, but I really feel the need to remind you now. And a lot of you do know that, but some people are new to tarot or maybe feel a little anxious when a challenging card comes up. So just try to have fun with it. Okay, so that's just my little disclaimer going in. So let's get started. You've got the Bloodstone crystal as your crystal of the year. Get up, get moving. Your Witchling card, you've got creativity. Love that with the Ace of Cups. You've got happiness and well-being. So I kind of organized these like as I was making connections earlier while shuffling. So I had those 2 together. You've got motivation. Okay, so your story cards. You've got home, plot twist, and something hidden. I thought those were kind of cool. And these readings aren't usually the most organized. I'm just going to read intuitively, and then we'll jump to the charms shortly. So you've got discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. I thought that was kind of cool with something hidden, discovering truth, and even the Justice card. So there's definitely themes of truth being revealed, maybe something you didn't expect with the plot twist card. Actually, that's interesting. I took the pretzel charm out of my charm set because I never really had a firm meaning for it. I mean, sometimes when I would get it, when doing charm readings, I would get kind of confused. I'm going to put it back in because I'm actually going to use it as the plot twist charm. So that's kind of cool. Okay, your animal card, you've got Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. You've also got the Hat card. You'll be playing a different role in 2026. Possibly in your career, okay? So this could be new jobs, different positions, and possibly positions and roles you didn't even expect that you'd have, right? And then for love in 2026, and I probably will do a full love prediction. I've done that before in the past, but I did want to at least pull a card about love. You've got chemistry. So that's like the main theme when it comes to love in 2026 is chemistry. So whether you're in a relationship already or dating, chemistry is standing out as like a main theme. So you're feeling lots of chemistry, you're feeling like a magnetic pull towards someone, or someone's feeling very drawn to you or very attracted to you. So that's a nice card. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through. We'll look at the themes that I noticed and any connections that I made, and then we'll get to that. But I want to kind of keep my mind organized, which is kind of the plus of pre-shuffling. Kind of gives me a chance to look at it, sort my thoughts out, and then dive in, and kind of stay on track here. Okay, so I don't really know where to start. I'm really kind of drawn to this whole career thing. Okay, so, and this could be part of the plot twist as well. Some of you also could be working from home. This might be something that pops up in the year, okay? But overall, even with the Justice card, I'm thinking like new jobs, contracts being signed. Yeah, I'm getting that actually strongly, like different, not even just contracts, but like employment, is it called an employment agreement, things like that, documents being signed. So I'm thinking a lot of you will be getting new jobs or having a new responsibility or role in 2026. Again, if you're not thinking that's even going to happen, keep in mind one of your main cards is plot twist. So I would say going into 2026, expect the unexpected, okay? And even with motivated, your butterfly card, I was thinking of like, if you are craving a change in your career, 2026 is going to be the year to apply. You know, try, pitch the idea, start researching that business. You're going to kind of be out of your comfort zone a little bit in 2026 when it comes to work. So trying new things, doing things that you don't ordinarily do, okay? So I think that's really good. Career is definitely standing out as one of the focuses for your year. We do have love, we've got other things going on, lots of creativity, but your career seems really important to you and possibly new jobs. And I'm getting even like learning new skills with this job, stepping into a role that maybe you didn't expect that you would have, or just something completely new that you didn't anticipate. So it's really cool. I think it's going to, honestly, it's going to feel fun. I think it's going to be a fun thing for you. So yeah, I would say in 2026, expect the unexpected even in your career, okay? So there's unexpected twists and turns coming in for the year. So try to have fun with it. On that note, so usually I like to address the challenging cards. You didn't really get, I almost want to say any here. This could be a challenge in the sense that you're not anticipating something, and maybe you're someone who likes to kind of know exactly what's going to happen, but even when we think we do, we don't really, it's kind of an illusion, right? We don't really know. This is saying, group 1, in 2026, something has been hidden or will still be hidden. And I feel like with the Justice card, I feel like discovering truth. I just think you're finding something out, okay? So something hidden, maybe even something you've been hiding that you're ready to kind of like bring out into the open. I'm just noticing like the curtain, it's like, it's something hidden, but maybe obvious, okay? So I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's something you've been kind of waiting for the right moment to reveal. I kind of think it's something you didn't expect though, just because of the whole plot twist energy that we have. So again, like I said, a little bit of expect the unexpected. I think I did mention this, but there's possibly energy of working from home in the year ahead, okay? You'll be playing a different role. Maybe this different role or job requires you to work from home, or maybe you'll have the freedom to work from home, possibly even. Aside from that, this could be things like rental agreements, mortgages, signing leases, moving, hiring movers, okay? So I'm getting a lot like with the kind of, I'm seeing the Justice card as almost like legal documents heavily today, just with what I was getting, like possibly new jobs, moving, things like that. But yeah, this could definitely represent that you'll be moving in the year ahead, okay? So if that's not something that you're expecting, again, there's plot twist as a main theme, so it could be something that happens whether or not you're expecting it. Moving could be in the future for you in 2026. And if you are expecting it, maybe you do want to move, I would also say there could be a plot twist. Like you might find a house that you think, okay, this is the one, and then things kind of change, and then you find something else, or you relocate, or something like that. So I really feel like 2026 is going to kind of keep you on your toes a little bit. What else did I notice? Okay, so I'm trying to kind of keep my mind organized here because there's certain cards that I really felt were connected. So let's actually go to the Sun card then. One thing I noticed with the Bloodstone, the Sun card, and motivation specifically is that I think your health and well-being is definitely a focus for you in 2026. So whatever this means for you, it's obviously a personal thing. Maybe you are deciding to incorporate more movement into your year, get more exercise if that's something that you want. Even combined with justice, this could even be different things in life. You're balancing things out, and this is good for your well-being, okay? It could be like work-life balance. Maybe this new role allows you to have a better work-life balance, for example. You seem motivated, and you seem like ready to like get something moving. So I was kind of feeling exercise, movement, something like that. Like me and my friends have been talking about doing aquabics recently. I loved that when I tried it before. So that's something I'm interested in. I did some Pilates this year. So whatever it is for you, seeing you getting outside, getting moving, maybe some of you are like training for something like a marathon, or maybe some of you are getting into like, strength training or things like that. But maybe for others, it's just like going for a walk, getting up, getting some fresh air, really feeling motivated to kind of get outside or get moving. So your well-being, your wellness is something that I think is important to you. Maybe it's even something like stretching. Maybe some of you experienced something that maybe didn't allow you to move as much as you would have liked. So maybe that's something that might be improving in 2026. So of course, fit it into what it is for you, but that's what I feel like it could be. And then also this could just be saying, like, with motivation, there's something you want to get moving. You want to get the ball rolling with something. You want to get started. You're excited to get something going. And that could also be connected to this new role that you'll be playing. Even with Squirrel, believe in yourself. There's sort of this feeling with motivation of like, yeah, I can do this. So 2026, I think you're just ready. I think you're just ready to make things happen. I think you're just not letting things stand in your way. I think you, even with this, like playing a different role, maybe it's something like, maybe before you wouldn't have had this belief in yourself, and then now in 2026, you're like, you know what, I can totally do this. I can learn this. So don't underestimate yourself, okay? Absolutely believe in yourself. The other theme I noticed with the Justice card, discovering truth, and then something hidden. I think in the year, you're really listening to what's best for you. I always see this card, I see these two, it looks like they're sort of debating like what direction to go, what choice to make. You're like going off in your own direction. So you're not really listening to what other people are saying you should do. You're really listening to yourself. And this could also be part of the unexpected plot twist, is like, okay, I've actually changed my mind. This card sometimes makes me think of changing my mind. Part of what could be causing you to change your mind also might be this truth that's getting revealed. Either way, you're really being true to yourself in the year. You're not just doing things because it's like, that's what the crowd is doing or that's what's popular. You're being true to yourself. So that's a standout theme for you in the year. You're making decisions based on what is right for you. Okay, so that's big, and I think that this could also lead to a lot of great things for you in the year, Group 1. And I also think too, like, even get up, get moving, maybe even indecisive, right? Maybe it's like you're getting all this different feedback and opinions and different things happening that have made you confused. Maybe it could be like, okay, I'm making a decision and I'm doing what's right for me in 2026. So I think that's good that you're prioritizing that. What are we missing here? Let's take a look. Creativity. Oh gosh, how could I forget that? Okay, so creativity is standing out as a theme for the year. It says creativity is a natural part of you that can be ignited and developed. So I loved that with Ace of Cups. So like I said, this could absolutely be emotional new beginnings. It could be a new relationship, feelings of falling in love. Also, even just being open to receiving. It could be a theme for you, okay? This is a feeling of overflow of like an abundance of love and happy emotions, being very in tune with your emotions, but also your intuition, and then also your creativity. So I think that 2026 is going to be a very creative year for you. I think you're going to feel motivated to do certain creative things that maybe you kind of had on the back burner for a little while. Some of you could also be getting creative with your home as well. I think you're embracing creativity. I just got some of your writing. Okay, plot twist. This just popped in. My stomach's growling. Yeah, some of you are writing, and now I'm noticing the pen. Okay, so, oh wow, some of you are writers, because even you'll be playing a different role. Script writing could be a thing. Yeah, writing in some way seems important with plot twist. Okay, some of you are writing a book or interested in writing your story or just writing more. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing that. But you're definitely embracing your creativity in the year, okay? And I think this is great. Journaling even could be coming through for a few of you, but writing came in strong just now. So just with noticing the pen and the desk and all that. So some of you write as part of your career as well. Or this new role will require you to do more writing or creative ideas. I just got some of you have a book inside you. You have something to share. You've got a story to tell. Really is popping in here. Okay. Let me see if anything else is popping out. Then we'll jump to your charms and your tarot cards, and then we can always reference these as well. Okay. So what's the other keyword? So reflection, wisdom, emotional balance. I like that like the word wisdom with discovering truth as well. Yeah, chemistry. I want to see what comes up with our charms with love, because I'm kind of curious what's happening with this, like when this might pop out. So let's jump to that. We've kind of got a good, idea of the main themes of the year. Let's jump to your tray. Group 1. Okay, let's get your tarot cards. I was going to use these tarot cards, but I want to have more room to see the charms, so we'll use these. What should I do? Let's see. Again, I'm kind of just going with the flow here. I'm gonna get this little bag. So let's get your tarot cards. So I'm going to just pull them out of the bag here, and we'll put them a card on each month. We'll get some charms, and we'll see what connects to your oracle cards. But very cool. Okay, so January, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so possibly this new role, this new job, career themes happening right away. We've got 2 aces coming up this year so far. So February, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, there's possibly the plot twist energy. March, Ace of Swords. 3 aces in your reading so far. So 2026 is definitely a new beginning year. You've got the 3 of Swords in April. May, the Magician. In June, you've got 8 of Pentacles. In July, 7 of Wands. August, 3 of Cups. September, King of Swords. Into October, King of Cups. My stomach is so loud, I'm sorry. November, this one, you've got the Hanged Man in November. And in December, King of Pentacles. Wow, so you've got 3 kings, 3 aces in your reading today. So that's really interesting. Let's get some charms. I don't want to pull too many. I'd like just enough that we can kind of get some detail. Group 1, what is happening in 2026 for Group 1? Okay, this feels like more than I had intended, but that's okay. We'll just kind of go with it. You've got lots of signs coming up. Got certain dates being brought up, like August 7th and 18th are being brought up. A cool little synchronicity here. I mentioned, because you've got the home card, look what you've got here. Home sweet home in July. Okay. All right. Let me give you a little close up, Group 1. Take a look, see if anything jumps out to you. Feel free to read along with me as I'm going. If you notice anything or make a connection that you think I missed, feel free to comment. Okay, so this is a little snapshot of the year, okay? Again, as far as challenging cards, you've got the 3 of Swords in April. Overall, it's looking good overall. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay. 3 of Swords I got the other day, and I kept getting it all day, and I kept re-pulling. Pulling clarifiers. I for some reason when I saw it, it was just made me very nervous in regards to what I was asking about, and it ended up being not what I expected. It ended up being a massive emotional release for me. It was actually, looking back, it was actually a beautiful moment, because it was I had a huge emotional release that was very healing. So yeah, I think with the fact that you have Ace of Cups as one of your cards of the year, I mean, April could be a very healing month for you. We'll see what happens when we get there, but yeah, at first glance, your cards look pretty pretty phenomenal. Okay, so let's take a look starting in January, and see what we have. So January is coming through as like foundations, okay? You've got Ace of Pentacles, you've got the little screw here. This did kind of wobble a little bit. So of course, any charm, like it's not just this month, it could be, any of these charms could really have to do with the whole year, but we're just kind of looking at little snapshots of the year. So January, I'm seeing really great foundations. Some of you also could be, there could be a home actually being built in 2026. So if that resonates, definitely feel free to take that. But yeah, I'm seeing foundations, strong foundations, and this could also be in your career as well. Ace of Pentacles could be connected to this new role that you're possibly playing. And you did have the career card as a, as a main theme of the year. So January, I am seeing this kind of early on in the year, things are already getting moving. Also, I was talking about healthy habits. This could also be what's happening here as well in January. This is the time where a lot of people start New Year's resolutions and things like that. So certainly January could be a month where you're feeling this motivation. You're feeling like, getting off to some really healthy new habits. Maybe if movement literally applies to you, or that's something that you want to incorporate, that could be what it is. It seems to me like a lot of you are interested in something to do with well-being, okay? So that it's coming up, or you're feeling motivated. But yeah, possible new jobs. We don't have a lot of charms for that month, but new jobs, new careers. This is you playing a different role possibly as well. So very cool. And some of you are also interested in maybe saving more, or getting into like this new job also, this new role might allow you to save more, prepare and save some money, put a little savings account or something like that aside. February, I was absolutely, as soon as I saw the Wheel of Fortune, I thought of this plot twist, okay? So there's something shifting, okay? There's a big change happening in February. And this, with the barking dog, could absolutely represent this thing that's hidden, okay? Someone could be sharing something with you or communicating something with you, but you've got the barking dog. This is communication. It can also represent misunderstandings, or someone trying to tell you something, trying to communicate something to you. I really feel like the whole truth thing is happening in March, okay? You've got discovering truth. You've got Ace of Swords there as well. You've also got the key and the heart. This truth or whatever's happening could have to do with a friend, okay? You've got this is like all the gummy bears kind of stuck together. So it could have to do with a friend or a group of people, possibly. Whatever this truth is has to do with a group or several people. Another thing I'm really noticing is the little notebook, okay? You've got the little composition book. You've got the Ace of Swords, and I was getting author vibes, okay? So I don't know what's going on with that, but creative writing is absolutely coming through. You have a book inside you, was coming through. Plot twist made me think of a story. I've got my pen. So I definitely really feel like there's something you're writing or you're interested in writing, and I think you might be getting into this in March, okay? So maybe some writing is taking place. But Ace of Swords tells me March is going to be a month of clarity. This truth also might be the reason why we have Three of Swords popping up in April, okay? There could be a truth possibly in regards to a Taurus. This truth is going to be the key to your success, but there may be, I want to say this may be a painful truth, okay? Being that we've got the Three of Swords, there may be, sometimes the truth isn't so pretty or easy to absorb, but it's important. I just dropped one of your cards. Let me get it. 1 second. Your hat card fell down. You've also got the little Pac-Man charm. I was asking people to comment in the previous reading that I did what this might mean. To me, it just represents goal setting. Honestly, that's what I see is maybe chasing something, a certain goal that you have. Could definitely be what that is. You've got Taurus energy coming up. You've also got the key to your success. So I feel like whatever this truth is the key to your success, okay? I'm also getting a lot of messages for you to be honest as well. Like you being truthful, telling the truth in the year is important too, okay? Being honest with yourself, but of course others. I think there's something maybe you're tired of hiding, or you're just you just want to kind of have something. You just want to really be yourself, I think. And you don't want to hide something. There's something you're tired of hiding. Okay, so that could also be popping up. In May, you've got some Aquarius energy. You've got the Magician. So the Magician is all about manifestation. And it's also confidence, which is interesting too, because you've got the squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. So May is going to be a month of action for you is coming through. Action. This is going to be a month of resourcefulness. You're in tune with your own abilities and you're making things happen, okay? So a lot of big things are happening for you in May. And also you've got Aquarius being brought up too. So that could just be like main character energy. Moving into the month of June, you've got the pumpkin, little jack-o'-lantern. It's kind of on the line. It could have to do with December too. Pumpkins to me represent productivity. They represent potential, abundance. It's a jack-o'-lantern, so it could have connection to the Halloween season. And this is where I invite you to absolutely read along with me. So this could represent like, I don't know, maybe you're traveling somewhere and it has like a Halloween theme to it or a seasonal theme. Like maybe you're going to Salem in June or something. You know what I mean? Like have fun with it. Or maybe you're preparing for something to do with Halloween in June, or maybe you're getting a costume or something like that. So have fun with it. But whatever you're doing, you're working hard, you are remaining focused. You've got something you're working hard on with the Eight of Pentacles. You're developing your skills. You're realizing, wow, I'm really good at this. Okay. So this career thing that could be happening, or this playing a new role, I think you're doing really well. I think that you're finding it's sort of coming naturally to you and you're seeing a lot of progress. You're proud of your progress. So that's great. A lot of motivation this year for sure. It was one of your main cards. So motivation is strongly coming through. Seeing some of you are motivated to do things around the house too, like clean, reorganize. If you're not moving, that could be what it is maybe getting your home organized or feeling motivated around the home. Into the second half of the year, you've got the school bus. So this could be learning. There could be themes of taking a course, going back to school, popping up in July as well. Some of you, because you're relocating, it could be things like signing. I mean, school starts in September, so I don't know how this would work, but maybe if some of you are moving, there could be like signing, if you have children, signing your kids up to a new school district or something like that. I've got Seven of Wands. This tells me in July, there's something you're fighting for, standing up for. This could be the truth, okay, something about that, but there's something you believe in strongly and you're willing to stand up for that belief in July. So that's actually really nice energy. You're feeling strong and empowered. And then you've got the school bus. So this could be you learning something or themes of education in general. Into August, you've got the 7th and the 18th. You've also got the Three of Cups, so maybe birthdays or special events. Three of Cups is a beautiful card to get for a month ahead. This could be parties, maybe some celebration, something to celebrate, like a new home possibly. But yeah, lots of get-togethers. It could just be sort of a social month in August. Maybe there's like barbecues and different fun things that you're doing. Maybe you're doing something creative with friends. Maybe you're getting up and getting moving with friends. This could be when the plot twist is happening. Feel free to connect the dots and connect any cards that you want. Okay, and then in September, you've got Ticket to Happiness. So there's some sort of ticket event or something you're attending in September that could be a lot of fun, or you're just sort of finding the ticket to happiness or an opportunity, possibly. Got the King of Swords, one of our first kings. In the last little bit of the year, you've got 3 kings. Okay, so this could also be the discovering truth kind of theme. Okay, this could be someone delivering the truth, saying the truth. I'm getting reporting the truth. This could be even connected with the Justice card. There could be someone, I'm actually getting a mediator is important to someone. So take that again, how it fits. A mediator or someone sorting out information or delivering information. But the King of Swords is very honest, okay? Very truthful, getting something even back to the author information, delivery of information, communication is really big with the King of Swords. But King of Swords is your card of the month in September, so communication is going to be big, truth. And also maybe even being an authority or someone people go to for information on a certain subject, okay? So maybe with playing a different role, that could also make sense with that. Or it could, again, be someone kind of delivering the truth. Maybe a little bit of drama happening here in October, okay, possibly with an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be though. You've just got Aquarius being brought up twice. That could be you or someone in your life. This is drama a little bit, emotions. This can also just represent theater or performances, and you also have Ticket to Happiness, so maybe there's something about a theater performance or something. And you've got King of Cups. So this could be to do with your chemistry card and your Ace of Cups, of course. There could be a relationship where you're really starting to feel someone's feelings are very, I'm getting like, very, well, they're very in tune with their feelings, their emotions, and they're able to communicate it to you. It could be somewhat an emotional month for whatever reason. It could also be someone's the truth of someone's feelings, possibly even, but you've got a lot about emotion. I mean, your main card of the year was all of this like emotional new beginnings, an opening, a softness. So I'm getting a lot of love in October, a lot of emotion in general, okay? A lot of emotion, wide range of emotion coming up that month. I love your little coffee cup into November with your motivation card, okay? So that's what the coffee represents to me is energy and motivation. And maybe this is get up, get moving. There's something you want to kind of get going in November. You've got lots of tasks, okay? You've got the task charm. So tasks, you've got things to do. You've got the Hanged Man card though. So there's certain things maybe that are out of your control, or you're feeling like you want to get things done in November, but there's something that's sort of causing a bit of a timeout or a delay. Possibly this could be what this plot twist is. Also in November, themes of maybe seeing things from a different perspective. This truth that's revealed could sort of shift your perspective. You could also be having lots of realizations and different things in November as well. But overall, I'm just seeing a lot of motivation, getting tasks done, feeling very ready to get things done, checked off your list. And then finally, closing off the year, we've got the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles was actually one of the other group's card of the year. This is really a great way to finish off the year though, okay? Because this is telling me you're feeling secure, you're feeling abundant. You know, you could be feeling a lot more secure in this new career. By the time the year wraps up, you might feel very confident in this new role or position that you have. So that's really, really beautiful. I had mentioned maybe wanting to save money or balance your finances, different things like that coming up. So maybe by December, you're feeling really happy that you did that early on in the year. Maybe you've like started a savings account. Maybe by December, you're feeling like, oh wow, look how much this has grown. Again, maybe stability in your career, just feeling very confident. This could be feeling very cozy and comfy in your new home. Possibly the King of Pentacles always makes me think of the home. Noticing the plants around the home too, maybe something about bringing nature into the home, or even having some fun with like landscaping, things like that. Group 1, I really loved this. I hope that this all made sense for you. I'd love some updates throughout the year. Please come back and let me know what ends up happening. I hope you made notes, because we did get a lot of like different things. Feel free to rewatch and make notes on like the plot twist, the thing that's hidden, the truth being revealed, the elements about motivation and maybe prioritizing your health, but also creativity came up strongly, chemistry, new relationships popped up. This truth thing, this plot twist thing is really standing out. But then also you've got things about possibly a new role and a new job. Please keep me updated. I'd love to hear. And we will see you later. Group 2, if you chose the second T, you chose black tea, grounding, strength, expelling negativity. So I am really excited to dive in and see what this 2026 year has in store for you. This is always the big video for me. I say it every year, but this is the one that kind of intimidates me the most, purely because I like to get in as much information as possible and keep myself organized and keep everything kind of flowing in a way that makes sense. So I hope I do a good job. I think we managed okay in group 1, but we got a lot of info. So I did get our oracle cards already. We'll pull our tarot and our charms and make any connections once we get to that point. But yeah, let's take a look. We'll look at your main themes of the year. I also got you your tarot card of the year. So this is like your main tarot card of the year. And let me know if you pulled the same one for yourself for 2026. I know there's different ways to pull your tarot card of the year, but I just shuffled one out. This is what popped out. So yeah, let's dive in. We'll see what's going on. So we'll put this there in case we want to. And kind of how I did it for group 1 is we looked at all of the oracle cards, and then I kind of referenced them as we went through the month-by-month forecast. Now this little sticker, I'd gotten this with a purchase I made of a tarot card, and for some reason I was getting ready, like I was putting group 1 away, and then this caught my eye for you. So it's like a little spice cabinet, or a little apothecary type cabinet full of different jars with different ingredients and herbs and different things. So it made me think of maybe cooking. It made me think of lots of different things. So we'll see ingredients. Like we'll see if it connects to anything that comes up. But your card of the year. Your card of the year is the Empress card. It's just such a beautiful energy. It's telling me you're receptive, you're open to receive in the year, and just full of ideas. I'm just seeing so much potential for you, okay? And I'm really seeing you enjoying the beauty around you in the year, okay? So yeah, very lovely card to get for your year ahead. So we'll just prop the Empress card up there, and we'll take a look at everything else you have. Just kind of hard. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just want to make sure we've got room here. I've got my coffee. All right, group 2. Let's take a look. So you got 2. Oh no, you had 3 butterfly cards, and what I thought was cool is how they kind of make sense together. I was reading one kind of in its own way, but they all do make sense. So you got adult, children, and parental care. So I thought that was really interesting. Now, these readings are general, so this theme might not resonate for everyone watching, but for someone it really might. So just bear with me here. If you're not of the age that your parents, that you'd be caring for your parents, this still might resonate in different ways, but we've got themes of adult, children, and parental care. So these coming out together, these 3 actually came out together, but I got something different from this, but these 2 really did make me think of different possibilities for the year, okay? So you could be at the point where your relationship with your parents is starting to sort of shift. So this is something that might already be a big theme for you already in your life, okay? You could be at the point where you are caring for your parents, or an adult child, okay? This could be, we could literally spend a whole hour on all the possibilities of what this could be, but this is coming up as a theme for the year, okay? So just themes around maybe thinking about parental care, taking care of your parents in certain ways. Maybe just sort of noticing your parents need a little bit more help in some way. But yeah, this is coming up as a theme. So I just thought that was so specific. So I'm really curious to see what comes up with that. And actually looking now at the Empress card, this could be specifically about a motherly figure in your life, even possibly a grandmother. Okay, so this could also be something to do with grandparents, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So we'll see what the tarot has to say and the charms, because it could bring it up more, and we'll talk about more as things pop into my mind. But you also have gracefully aging. Okay, so again, that could have to do with this as well, but you had 3 butterfly cards pop out. I just couldn't believe how they kind of made sense together. And I didn't want to just pick one, so I just took them all. That happened for group 1 too. Group 1 got 2 cards of the year because I didn't want to put one back and I didn't want to reshuffle, so that happens sometimes. Okay, so for your crystal, you got the black kyanite. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Set strong boundaries. So you're setting some strong boundaries in the year 2026. You're being firm in your boundaries. You've got moment of reflection. You've got letting go, hit the road, and the spark. So you have 4 story oracle cards. We'll get into what these might represent. Kind of weave these in like a little story. And if I miss anything that you pick up on, feel free to comment. You've got protection, which I thought was interesting with your crystal card. So create sacred space to keep uninvited energy out. This seems to be a really strong theme for you in 2026, group 2, trying to not only expel negative energy, but just protect your peace. You seem, my feeling looking at your cards, and we'll continue along here, is that you're very at peace. You're very at peace with the situation. Your year, you're making it as peaceful as possible. And partially that is you not inviting or being closed off to any drama that tries to kind of like seep into your life. You just seem to be, even with that, it says expelling negativity, and I just use the word expel, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, you're just like, you're not wanting to bring in any negative vibes this year. I mean, I'm sure you don't every year, but this year it seems especially important to you to protect your peace, your quiet, and maybe be a little bit firmer in your boundaries and stand up for yourself a little bit more. Okay, so for love, you got the flirt card. Now I will likely do a full year ahead for love. I'd love to do that, but we did get flirt, so that's kind of, and we'll see what comes up with the tarot. But flirt tells me that 2026, you're feeling the spark possibly with somebody. This could be that you're just new to dating in 2026. You're sort of getting out there flirting. It could just be just the way you feel. You just have this like flirty energy. You just feel good about yourself. You might notice people flirting with you more. For your animal for this year, you've got number 40, the mouse spirit. Tend to the small things. tea leaf cards, we've got reconciliation. Okay, so there could be something about reconnecting with someone, or forgiveness, reconnecting with somebody, making up with somebody. You've got the arrow, so you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life in 2026. You've also got the hammock, so taking a vacation physically or mentally. And you've got joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. All right, I think this is kind of like this. Obviously things happen, but this feels very much like a conscious effort on your part to like I guess surround yourself with as much of like what makes you happy as possible. Group 2, like I really think you're making an effort to do this. I think that really quickly, so I always like to kind of address the challenging cards. You don't really have many here. We'll see what you get with the tarot, of course. Every year has its challenges. What's kind of jumping out to me, though, is that you feel some sort of like negative energy, or you have, okay, this could be an ongoing thing. I think you're just making a stronger effort to not let it, like you're sort of creating a bit of like a bubble almost. I'm imagining on a Hocus Pocus, the circle of salt. Like you're just doing a better job of like not letting it, not getting involved maybe, or not, again, set the whole theme of setting firm boundaries, saying no. If someone tries to pull you into something, drama, you're doing a better job of being like, you know what, I don't want to be involved in that at all. Okay, so let's go forward here and see what else comes up. I just want to kind of take a look. The parental adult care, or the adult children combination, did jump out to me quite a bit. Yeah, just themes around aging, honestly, is coming up for you. So let's actually stick in that kind of theme here. Gracefully aging, this could be you. Now, I have people watching in all different age ranges. So I'm getting to the point, I could speak for myself, I'm getting to the point where I am noticing more signs of aging. And my view on it before was kind of like, oh no, I want to fight these signs of aging. My opinion has changed, where I'm not as critical of these things. In fact, I heard a conversation yesterday at my work where someone was talking about what a privilege it is to grow old. I'm really feeling that now. And I think that maybe for you, this means accepting the point you're at right now, okay? Being at peace with yourself. Like I said, that seems like a theme for your year. I feel like you're very at peace where you are right now. And like I said, everyone's watching this at different age ranges. You might be in your early 20s. Maybe this isn't even something you're thinking about, but maybe, maybe you're just at a point where you're like, you know what, these lines on my face, these smile lines, represent all of the times I laughed. Every mark, every line, every gray hair, it sounds cliche, but it does tell a story. It's you, it's your life. And I think you're just at peace with yourself, okay? Feel free to comment below what else you get from this, but that's what I was feeling when I saw it. Even with the Empress card, there's just a feeling of feeling beautiful with the point you're at right now, and just accepting yourself, and just being, really just seeing the beauty in it, I guess, is really what came through to me for this. This could also be someone in your life. Just themes of gracefully aging is coming up. So I just thought that was beautiful. I had just seen this interview too about it. This has popped up a lot for me, and then hearing the conversation and then seeing this card, I'm like, okay, this is obviously a theme that's been popping up, at least something I've been hearing and kind of paying more attention to. So maybe for you that is too. So in 2026, themes of gracefully aging. Aging in general seems like a theme for you. So whether it's your parents, your grandparents, you yourself, it's just something that is going to be a theme for the year. I would say theme, but that just seems like the right word. Okay, so let's see what else we have. I was getting, I don't know where I want to start. Let's look at the Spark card. I think that you could be getting a lot of really great creative ideas, specifically being that we've got the Empress card. So a spark of an idea, okay? Or just, something just popping into your mind, and you wanting to bring it to life, to make it happen. Okay, so a lot of spark that way. I'm also getting like with the joy and delight card, a spark of like kind of, ooh, I just got sparks joy. So, okay, so you're paying attention to what sparks joy. Okay, this is all coming together now. Okay, so letting go. Is it spark? Is that how she puts it? I've got the KonMari method. I think it's exactly the word, sparks joy. If it doesn't spark joy, you let it go. Okay, sorry, I just pivoted off what I was thinking, so I'm trying not to lose my previous thought. I want to get back to it, but this just popped in. So yeah, you're really thinking about what sparks joy in your life, okay? And if it doesn't, you're letting it go, okay? So yeah, that might be something you want to look into, the KonMari method. That's what helped me get organized, because I'm such a, I keep everything, and I always think something is going to have a purpose. And I would even keep things that didn't make me feel good, things that were maybe tied to painful memories or painful periods in my life. I would keep it just because I felt like I had to, or I would keep things if someone gave it to me. I'm like, well, I can never let this go. What if they come over? It's like, it kind of just has you look at why you keep things or why you let things go, why you maybe should think about letting certain things go. So maybe that's something that's popping in. But what I was getting at earlier, before that popped into my mind, is just you're paying attention to what brings you this joy and delight. With Tend to the Small Things, I was thinking of like just enjoying those little things in life. I think you're just wanting to kind of keep things simple and peaceful in 2026. You're not wanting the drama. You just want to kind of enjoy the little things. I was getting a strong nostalgic feeling for you in 2026. So nostalgia might be a major theme for you. I'm even kind of picking up on like receiving old photos that you hadn't seen before. Someone might be giving you old photos, or finding, a box of memories or something like that. There's a definite feeling of nostalgia going through memories, things like that. But overall, I'm just kind of getting this, now I'm seeing the light. I'm getting a sense of lightening up, having fun in 2026. You just seem to want to have fun and enjoy your life. I think you're very aware of just how time goes by and just wanting to enjoy those things in life that do bring you pleasure and do make you happy. So I think 2026 for you could be a very beautiful year where you're really focused on those things that make you happy, and the people, the relationships that make you happy, not focusing so much on whatever's like brought negativity into your life. I realize there's certain things we can't control, but overall I see you able to kind of let go of certain things that aren't bringing you joy, okay? Also, I want to say there could be like you making peace with someone or something in the year 2026. Okay, I'm seeing themes of forgiveness, reconciliation, but with firm boundaries in place. So if you are forgiving someone, or if there's a relationship kind of reconciling, it's going to be different. It's going to look different than it did before. You have firmer boundaries. They might have firmer boundaries. I think that the relationship is going to have a better start at this point. I'm also seeing vacation or time off for you. This won't apply to everyone, okay, but I am seeing themes of retirement, okay? And I think two groups got themes of retirement. So I don't know if a lot of my audience is retiring or themes of retirement are coming up. In any case, you've got the hammock, so taking a vacation physically or mentally. I liked that with Hit the Road because I'm seeing vacations. I'm seeing, specifically, actually, I'm getting a big trip. Okay, there's a big trip coming up in 2026. You might know what that is. You might know already where you're going, but you might not. But I'm seeing a really big trip, and this is going to be really relaxing for you. I'm seeing you even maybe doing something like going to a spa, or just honestly just resting. Just resting. Whatever this trip is, I'm seeing you having fun. I'm seeing you maybe reconnecting with people. It could be like to visit family or something, but just having a really great time. Maybe it's to see adult children or your parents or something like that. But I'm seeing it as a very relaxing time. Yeah. So that's good. That's always nice, right? It's always something nice to look forward to. Interesting. This Hit the Road and letting go is making me think of Eight of Cups now. There could also be something you're leaving behind leaving in 2025, going forward into 2026. See if I'm missing anything here. I'm just looking at the cards. Getting to take a breath. Take a breath. Some sort of drama could also just be out of your life. This keeps coming through, so out of your life. Moment of reflection. You could have lots of moments of reflection, or it could just be a particularly reflective year. But I'm also noticing the mirror, and what I was talking about earlier, I think you're feeling very comfortable in your skin. I think you're feeling very good about yourself in 2026. Honestly, I think you're feeling like your most beautiful, glowing, authentic self. I think you're prioritizing things that make you feel beautiful and make you feel good. So for you, if that's like wearing certain things, like I'm really honestly getting, some of you are finding your signature fashion in 2026, even your style at home, like your style within the home, redecorating, things like that. You're finding your signature style just popped in. So that's kind of a fun thing. Yeah, flirtatiousness, that could be because you're feeling just really good about yourself, like feeling like this is me, I feel great about myself. So you're feeling kind of flirty. People, this confidence, it shows through, okay? So it's good for you, but it's also maybe really showing through in your day-to-day life, and people are noticing it, and you're feeling flirtier. You're kind of like, people are flirting with you. Like this confidence is sexy, okay? So that's something to consider. Tend to the small things with Mouse Spirit. Generally, when I see this card, it just tells me that I was kind of getting like tying up loose ends in the year could be important, or just you've got a very thorough sense for detail, or an eye for detail in the year. This could be a year too where you're really trying to get little things done, or actually it's making me think of organizing now. I was getting the KonMari method earlier, so maybe organizing. Maybe there's like lots of things that you've kind of put on the back burner that you're able to kind of finally get to, and you know, just kind of pay attention to those little details that you haven't been able to get to. And then you've got Arrow, so you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So I really feel like in 2026, you feel like you're on the right path. You feel like you're on, you know, you're going in the right direction for you. This could be due to these boundaries that you're setting. It could be due to whatever you're letting go to, or wherever you're going when you hit the road. Either way, you're on track. You are feeling like, okay, I'm going in the right direction here. Loved these two, the Set Strong Boundaries and the Protection card. That kind of gave me chills when we got that. Let me know like what this means to you, okay? Because I feel like for some of you watching, this has a very, like, you know exactly what this is talking about. If you don't, it could just be that this year you're like, if you've got parents, like you're really kind of thinking about the future, and like maybe some of you are moving. I mean, again, this is one of those things I could think about 30 different scenarios off the top of my head. Maybe some of you are moving to live closer to your aging parents. Maybe some of you are moving parents in. Maybe some of you are kind of thinking about retirement, or your parents are, your grandparents, or something like that. Maybe travel, you know, to spend more time with family is important to you. This could be a billion different things, but I'm curious to know what you get, so feel free to comment that below. Let's look at the month-by-month forecast, and we can absolutely reference these cards as we go along. That's what I did for group 1, but we'll leave your main themes out there. So let's get your charm board, starting with tarot cards. So I'm just pulling one little mini tarot card per month, and I think I said it at the beginning, but if you get a challenging card, does not mean your month's going to be bad, okay? I cannot stress that enough. Okay, we're just looking at different themes, different things that might pop up, right? It does not mean the whole month's going to be challenging if one challenging card comes up. I like to say that because, you know, the fact is some people might be new to tarot, or some people might feel anxious when they see a challenging card, and I don't want you to like set yourself up for a bad month or anything if you see one. Okay, so let's start with January. 6 of Wands in January. February. Trying to shuffle these really well here. 3 of Wands, February. The Star for March. Oh, April, you got 2. You've got the Page of Cups and Judgment. April was the challenging month for group 1. They got 3 of Swords. Okay, May. Again, not that the whole month's going to be challenging, but that was like the one challenging card that they got. Okay, May, you've got the Strength card. And King of Pentacles fell out of the out of the bag, so we'll just take it. Okay, so for June, you've got 5 of Cups. July, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune group 1 had that one too. So yeah, big change happening kind of like right in the middle of the year for you. Okay, let's move on to August. Ace of Wands in August. That could be the spark month. This is the month of the spark. September, you've got 5 of Swords in September. Ace of Cups in October. November, we have the Tower. Okay, and then December. Ace of Swords, wow. Okay. Let's get the charms. I'm just gonna go quickly, well not quickly, but we're going to just go through the month and see what we need to know, or the year I should say, and see what really jumps out at us. Okay, so okay. So let me just get our cards here so we can reference them. All right, so I love the start of the year. January, you've got 6 of Wands. Okay, so you're feeling successful. You're feeling accomplished. You're feeling really lifted up and supported. And I'm seeing the word good. I feel like you've done a good job. So there's something you're feeling very accomplished with. You're feeling like job well done, and as you should. Like you've worked hard, or you're feeling just a sense of accomplishment, a sense of even wanting to set more goals. I'm seeing early on in the year, you're feeling very inspired. You're feeling excited about what's to come. You're feeling creative, inspired, which is absolutely a theme of your year. You've got the Empress, of course, as your card of the year. So you are very creative. You're feeling very inspired. You've got the Create charm here in February. So this is a major, major theme for you in the year. This is going to be the year to explore those creative gifts that you have, to really lean into your creativity in all areas of your life. Like I said, your fashion, I think you're finding your signature style in 2026. I think you're decorating. I think you're possibly, I just got someone's an illustrator. You're doing things like that. Like you're really, some of you are into cooking as well. So maybe that's why this kind of jumped out to me. Maybe something about ingredients or something. Even skincare just popped up for me. Okay, so some of you are involved in skincare. Maybe you're an esthetician or even a hairstylist or something like that. But yeah, something about the ingredients or something like that. I just imagine all these like little bottles. But yeah, creativity is really big. At work, in life in general, in January, you're feeling the success. You're feeling proud of yourself. And maybe this is when you have a little bit of time off even possibly, but you're feeling happy. I think there's something to celebrate early on in the year happening in January. Into February, you've got the little cactus. You've got the leaf kind of right in the middle. We'll take this as kind of just February, March. Again, you've got the Create charm. You've got 3 of Wands. This could be a month maybe where you are hitting the road with our Hit the Road card. Maybe you're doing a little bit of traveling or just getting maybe up for different adventures in February. Some of you could be traveling, I just got for a romantic reason, okay? There's romantic travel. I'm getting more of like trying to figure out how to travel, like maybe travel plans. You've got the calculator, you've got the paper airplane. So there's almost like a feeling of like, okay, this is where I want to go. This is what I have to do to get there. So in February, I'm seeing possibly travel plans for later on in the year. You've got this leaf, which is interesting with letting go, because that's what the leaf represents to me. So there's something you're letting go in February, March, something you're releasing. And even with the star card, right? There's healing energy with the star card. And you do have reconciliation as well. So a relationship could be healing. You've got Page of Cups right after Judgment. So I'm definitely getting reconciliation, forgiveness, kind of renewal energy, whether that's with somebody that you want to continue a relationship with or somebody where you need to set these firmer boundaries and kind of protect your energy, protect your space is really up to you. You've got the cactus. This is like self-sufficient energy, okay? So there's maybe something you're doing it on your own. You're feeling, yeah, I don't know. There's a feeling of like independence, maybe. Some of you maybe also with Hit the Road are moving out on your own, okay? If that applies to you, okay? Maybe that's why we have the Adult Children card. Maybe this is your first time, moving out on your own or something like that. If that's so, congratulations. I think it's going to be great. So have fun, and maybe that's what these calculations are about. Let me see if anything else is coming up. Creating opportunities is coming up as well. And this could also be a month where you are attending to the small things, making calculations or paying attention to something. I'm getting something about calculations. March, again, star cards. So inspiration, healing, hope, really lovely energy. I'm really getting, again, that creativity, having ideas, inspiring ideas and bringing them onto earth. Like you're actually creating. So in 2026, you're not only just getting these the spark of ideas and things like that, you're actually like creating it. So you're in a very creative mood. The star energy continues into April. You've got the star charm. You also have the Page of Cups and the Judgment card. So more renewal energy. Page of Cups could represent new romance. It could be the month where you're feeling particularly flirty, possibly. It could also be the month of reconciliation. But it's kind of like it's an open energy, both creatively, it can be very creative energy. So that also makes sense, but just open to love. It makes me feel like maybe you're healing from some heartbreak as well, around this time. I think that maybe there's something, some of you are maybe ready to kind of get back out there, if that applies. You're ready to get back out there and I feel like you know more of what you want and what you don't want to put up with, okay? So you're ready to kind of like stand firm in those boundaries. So that's beautiful too. Into May, you've got the Notebook, you've got open. Okay, so more open energy. King of Pentacles and the Strength card. The Strength card is also making me think of firm boundaries, standing strong. It, of course, can represent courage. It can represent restraint. I'm seeing you actually being very financially responsible in May for some reason. Like that's coming through strongly. I'm seeing you like making notes, or writing down, there's something about writing down. I'm just going to say what's coming through. Writing down expenses, honestly, is coming through. I was kind of getting that a little bit in February, and you do have 10 to the small things. So maybe there's something about like, I don't know what that is, but I was getting something about writing down expenses, creative ideas. The notebook, the composition notebook could absolutely have to do with just like, letting out your ideas, writing things down. Could be work. I'm seeing a lot of career success possibly in May as well. So I'm feeling like you're in a very stable, secure position with something in May. And it's also telling you to be open to something in May. Maybe be open to possibilities, maybe be open to this joy and delight, maybe be open to what someone else has to say. Could be lots of different things, but you got the word open there. Okay, into June, this is really your only, you've got 2 5s on the board, but again, like have fun with it, right? This isn't your whole month, okay? Your whole month isn't the 5 of Cups. It's just one energy that's coming through. So 5 of Cups, there's something, you're feeling this disappointment, okay? But I always say, we have to look at these 2 cups. Is this valid? Absolutely, okay? There's something maybe that is disappointing that you're dealing with, or earlier I said there's sort of a nostalgic kind of energy. So maybe there's something about missing somebody or feeling like you really have to let go of something that maybe you didn't anticipate having to let go of. There is an energy of disappointment maybe popping up, something that you're dealing with, something that you're trying to kind of work through. And then you've got the Spoon, which is something about assistance. I just realized too with the card, you have grounding and strength. You've got the Strength card too. So that's also a really big theme of your life. The Spoon, what else could the Spoon represent? The Spoon could represent stirring up drama. Maybe someone's trying to stir up drama, and that's kind of what you're expelling, this negativity. You don't want it in your life anymore. And of course, things aren't always, all happy all the time, but I just think you're just tired of it. You're tired of drama. You're tired of something. Okay, you've got Wheel of Fortune into July. You've got the little microscope. Okay, so I was saying this earlier when we got it. I was like, okay, 2 groups have gotten this now. This is like major plot twist vibes. So middle of the year, it's like there's a shift happening. This shift is bringing in a lot of change. I would say, looking at your year, just at first glance, the second half of the year seems like really big change. You've got 2 aces. You've got the tower. No, you have 3 aces. Look at that. Ace, 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 and the Tower card, okay? Sorry, I just bumped into your charm tray. But yeah, the second half of the year, maybe that's why that happened. Things are getting kind of shaken up, okay? Change, massive change, and then 2 aces. So this is big. It's almost kind of saying like, hey, rest up at the beginning of the year, because the second half of the year it's going to be jam-packed with lots of big change, but it's putting you on the right track, I think, and it's also expelling this negativity and kind of getting you where you really want to be. Seeing the second half of the year, even the lightning is making me think of this Tower card. This could be realizations happening in the second half of the year, like massive epiphanies. So yeah, let's get into this. So we've got the magnifying, or it's not a microscope I meant. So microscope, July, you're looking at something closely. You've also got Wheel of Fortune. So again, like there's that fluctuation, that change. Something is shifting. This is generally a card of luck too. It can be very lucky energy as well. You've got the little handcuffs, and you've got this one here, which is like, tends to be about a specific relationship. This could be what it is, like letting go, because you've got the scissors too. So I do think in the second half of the year, you're letting go of a negative energy in your life, or a toxic relationship possibly. Okay, so again, take it how it fits. But this is making me think of like devil card energy. So I do think that there's maybe a toxic sort of energy that you're ready to sort of release. You're expelling this negative energy out of your life. And if you choose to do it earlier, by all means, right? You don't have to follow this like it's instructions for the year. It's just bringing up different energies. So you're in control. You are absolutely in the driver's seat. I think that there's definitely a spark of flirtation in August as well. You've definitely got lots of flirtatious vibes in the charms as well, okay, with the Ace of Wands, but also creativity, lots of creative ideas. There's something you're saying yes to. It's kind of March, September, so, you know, it could be both months, but I think it was originally more so here. You've also got Cupid there too. So there's new love. I think that maybe there's new love coming in, and then you're releasing a relationship that maybe you don't feel like is the right fit for you. How that happens will be different for everyone, but you do have Five of Swords coming in September. So Five of Swords, along with this energy, you know, where was your other one? Hey. Oh yeah, well that said expelling negativity. Oh yeah. So yeah, I think that with the scissors and the Five of Swords, you're walking away from something. There's somebody who just likes to argue. That's honestly, it's vindictive. So when I see the Five of Wands, for example, I say this all the time, but at least it can be productive, right? Because to me, it's like, okay, let's sort things out. Let's discuss, let's debate. That's not a bad thing, right? Like Five of Wands, at least to me, can be productive. It could be sorting out ideas. It can be internal conflict, or just things that need to get sorted out. Discussing ideas, whether or not you agree is one thing, but it can have that sense of productivity. Whereas the Five of Swords is just vindictive. It's malicious. It's sneaky. I don't like it. Okay, so because you have the scissors, there's maybe something like this is exactly what you're doing. It's like walking away. Here's the thing. With this person, you can't win. Even if deep down in their heart of hearts, they know they're wrong. They're not going to admit it, right? So it's sometimes best to just walk away. So that's really the main challenges I see. I think someone's disappointing you, or they already have, and 2026 is the year of like, okay, goodbye. letting this go. You've got Cupid as well next to the Ace of Cups. So lots of love coming in. And you had the Tower card as well in November. It kind of shifted over here when I bumped the board. So things might have gotten kind of jostled around here, but that's okay. So Ace of Cups, more falling in love energy, flirtatiousness, creativity. Group 1 had it as one of their main cards. So just like an openness. What's interesting is this situation isn't you're not like you're soft, you're open. This isn't hardening you. This isn't making you feel jaded or feeling like you need to get revenge. It's like you're just open. It's clearing something. I'm honestly getting a vision of a plumber releasing a clog from a pipe. Like that's what I'm seeing. So this is, yeah, it's just like a breath of fresh air. So it's good. Like anything that's not meant to be in your life, group 2 is getting cleared out of your life. Into October, you've also got thumbs up. This can be like interaction on social media if that feels important to you. Maybe you're doing something creative and you're getting a lot of really great feedback from it in the year. Thumbs up could also be maybe flirtation on social media. Sometimes it just represents the go-ahead. It can represent an okay. It can represent like, yep, you're good to go forward with this, an approval. It's generally just a really good sign. And it can also just represent a lot of support too. Maybe you've got really supportive people, which I already see. around you, and that's why you're like, you know, I don't need negativity in my life. I say that, I don't mean you're like only accepting positive reviews or only accepting positive feedback. I don't think that's realistic, but there's a way to go about it. I think you're just tired of people wanting to stir up drama for the sake of just creating chaos. You're done with that. November 17th is being brought up. You've also got the moon here. I think you're wanting to spend more time in nature, okay? The Empress is very in tune with nature. So I think nature to you is really important. You might be spending more time at a cottage, going camping, things like that, unplugging from the internet, unplugging from social media, and just spending some time outdoors. This could also be the month where the spark applies, just because I'm noticing the lightning. A tantalizing prospect will come your way. So something unexpected is happening maybe around the 17th of November. The Tower energy is shaking things up. It's also providing a lot of clarity because right after you got the Ace of Swords. So you're having some sort of epiphany, realization, aha moment. This is shaking things up pretty drastically. I want to say, group 2, 2026 for you is a year of letting go of what's not meant to be in your life, expelling things that you don't need to hold on to, both objects around your home, but also maybe relationships, energies, ideas, anything like that. So you're finishing the year off with such a beautiful energy because you've got the Ace of Swords. You're clear. You're just, it's truth. It's honesty. It's clarity. You're having like this, the last few months of the year is to me all about epiphanies, realizations, like just honesty and just so much clarity. Great ideas this year too. I'm just seeing so many inspiring ideas that could really take you far, and ideas that you are capable of creating. So it's not ideas where you're like, oh, that might be cool. Maybe one day you're like, no, I'm bringing this idea to life, and you're having fun doing it too. Oh, I love this because it said open your heart to joy. So just backtracking a little bit, open. So I just noticed that open your heart to joy. So something about being open to joy in May. Okay, and then you also have like 10 of Wands energy or hard work. So there's something you're working hard on, or you're clear about what you need to do in December. Maybe you're making plans for 2027. It feels kind of funny to be talking about 2027, but by then you'll be thinking about that, right? So December, you're making plans, or you're working hard on something, or you're wrapping something up, because this, 10 of Wands can mark the kind of being almost done with something. So that could be what it is too. But Ace of Swords tells me that you're finishing the year so clear, so honest. So yeah, that's what's coming through. It's just an intense clarity. So I love, honestly, group 2, I love your year ahead. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please come back throughout the year, update me, come back. And if you have a chance, make notes. Kind of like, it might be fun to make notes in a notebook, like kind of point form. And then as the year progresses, you can kind of like check back and say, oh my gosh, that's exactly what happened. Like, I love the updates. It truly is one of my favorite parts of doing these year ahead readings. So many times I've read comments where it's like, oh, I didn't know what this meant, but this is exactly what happened in this month. So I love it. Have fun with it. I hope that you enjoyed this. We will certainly see you soon. And yeah, take care. 3, if you chose the 3rd teacup with green tea, then this is your messages for the year ahead. We're looking at 2026. Every year I say it. If you go back to 2019, I probably said it about every single year. I can't believe it. I can't believe, and I'm getting this up a little earlier than I did the last couple of years. I say this all the time, but this is like my big video. This is the one that I don't put it off, but I feel always the most intimidated by this video because it's so much information. We're looking at a full year. We go through the month by month forecast. We get the main themes. One thing I did do differently this year, which I really like, is I did pre-shuffle the oracles. Right now, I looked back at groups 1 and 2. I'm doing about 20 minutes of oracles and then 20 minutes of the month-by-month forecast, which is perfect because I want to make this video like digestible, something you can easily watch. It's not taking too long, but also I want to just get as much info as we possibly can. So I hope you're comfy. Get yourself a cup of tea or coffee. I've got my iced coffee here. So let's dive in. Let's see what's happening in 2026. So the cards represent like your main themes of the year, okay? And this will kind of give us more specific things, but these cards that we're about to look at are your themes, the main things that are going to stand out. Looking back, at 2026, this is kind of the highlights, I guess. Okay, so green tea. So mindfulness, cleansing, productivity. It could be a particularly creative, I don't know why I said creative, but maybe that's correct. That just popped out. I meant to say productive year. Maybe creativity is also important to you as well. But your tarot card of the year. Each group got a tarot card of the year. Yours was the King of Pentacles, which is really nice. So we'll get into that a little bit. These are like kind of themes of the year. So let's look at all of your oracle cards, and then we'll kind of go through and see what we get. So you've got treasure. So this made me think of like treasure hunt, finding treasure. We'll have to see. There were a few things I can't remember at the top of my head, but when I see them, I'll remember what it was. There was a few connections. Okay, you've got knowledge. So it's a big stack of books. Okay, this was kind of cool. I thought these two were funny together. So you've got the stack of books and then the perfect sandwich. When I first saw the perfect sandwich card, I was a little bit confused. It might make more sense as we continue. I thought of a couple things that it might mean, but the perfect sandwich, sometimes things are personal, and you might find even with the charms, like certain charms, mean something specifically to you, right? Like this bucket of spilt milk, you might know exactly what that means. So I'll kind of give you what I get from it intuitively, but you can tell me if it has personal meaning. So sandwich might be important to you. Maybe sandwiches are your favorite food. Maybe you have a food food truck, and you've been like trying to create the perfect sandwich or something like that, and you do in 2026. Like that's how specific this might get for you. But in general, I kind of have an idea of what it might mean. You've got watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. You've got heart-to-heart conversation. So I'd love to do a full love reading for 2026, and I absolutely do plan to do that, but I did want to pull a love card to kind of get the overall vibe of love in 2026, and you have heart-to-heart conversation. So honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So that just tells me that in 2026, you're having some really good heart-to-heart conversations, either with the person that you're with or just people in general, honestly. So we'll get more into that. You've got religion and spirituality coming up. You've got loosen your grip, Amazonite. Hope I'm saying that right. It's one of those crystals that I'm not as familiar with. You've got the wombat spirit, be at home. For your tea leaves, you've got the kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Candle, you'll be shown the way. Quill, get back to basics. Camel, persevere and you'll overcome problems. And then you have relaxation. So I liked relaxation with watching clouds. I thought that was kind of cool. And again, we'll see what the tarot has to add, but let me just quickly remind myself of your cards and just sort of, I thought the two stacks, like the stacks of books and the stacks of ingredients for the sandwich, maybe some of you are learning to cook. Might seem like a small thing, but maybe it's really relevant to you. Learning to cook. So knowledge, that just popped in strongly. Some of you are learning to cook, maybe taking a cooking course or something, like a class, I should say, or like maybe you're enrolling in like culinary, what do you call that? Course. Yeah, course popped in. So maybe that is relevant. That could be what it is. Maybe some of you are learning to cook or trying to cook more at home, like get back to basics. That could be what that is for you. Trying to cook more at home, trying to learn to cook, trying to teach yourself new recipes or something like that. Even just starting new habits possibly. But Okay, so let's start with your card of the year, King of Pentacles. I love this, honestly. This could be somebody in your life, a King of Pentacles coming into your life. Okay, so this would be very grounded, practical, helpful. I find the King of Pentacles to me is like the dad card, honestly. This is the dad that can like fix things. Good with their hands, like they know how to fix things and do things. Very practical and good with money, gives solid advice. Easy to talk to, down to earth. I love the King of Pentacles a lot. So this again could be someone in your life. This could represent just your energy or situations kind of popping up. Okay, so if this is more just the energy in general, this tells me that maybe you are really thinking about, even with get back to basics, maybe you're thinking about long-term, building long-term wealth or long-term planning when it comes to money. Two groups today, which is not what I expected, but two groups gave me retirement vibes, and yours was one of them. I think it was 2 and 3. Because you have be at home, watching clouds with the hammock, I'm getting that some of you, and again, if this doesn't apply, feel free to just disregard this part, but I've got people watching of all different age ranges, right? So if you're retiring, I think your retirement's going to be great. Maybe this is why you're learning to cook. Maybe you're doing different hobbies and things that you like, relaxation. Maybe this is like your chance to kind of just enjoy. Maybe it's like more about semi-retirement or something like that, but retirement did pop in for some of you, and I do realize that not everyone's going to resonate with that. But yeah, I think that some of you maybe also with the Knowledge card and the King of Pentacles, you could be getting really wise financial advice. You could be, with getting back to basics, like I said, maybe learning about finances and really starting to kind of plan ahead for the future is kind of the feeling I was getting. I feel like you're making some money decisions in the year. I think that it's going to be, you've got a lot of messages about rest, okay? So a lot of messages about rest, but that doesn't mean you're not being productive, right? It's about productivity, not the feeling of burnout. What I'm kind of feeling is like a well-oiled machine. In 2026, you're productive, but you're not feeling that sense of burnout. You've made time, you've got that nice work-life balance, or just that feeling of like, okay, I can relax, you know? And maybe for you, this is more of a vacation that's coming up or something like that. I'm kind of feeling it more as your home being a place. I just got Oasis. Your home being a place where you can really relax. Okay, so that's coming through. Now, I just want to make sure I didn't forget any decks. I just want to look at group 2 and make sure I didn't miss, because for some reason, I'm just worried I forgot a deck. I don't think I did. We've got the crystal decks. No, we got it all. Yeah. Yeah, we have, nope. No, we don't. Oh yeah, we do. We do have it all. Okay. Yeah, we've got them all. I just wanted to check. Your group just to me felt a little bit more like direct, which is a good sign for you for the year ahead, because it just seems kind of simple. So I don't know where to start. Let's see. This is always the tough part. Like, where do I start? I've already kind of in my head made a few connections that I've seen, but let's kind of, I always like to start with the challenging cards. Honestly, today in general, each group didn't have anything, like in the tarot, we obviously might get, you know, a few challenging cards here and there, but as far as the oracle cards, like your tea leaf especially, the only one you got that might bring up challenge is just the feeling of unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Well, that's nothing new, okay? This I don't think is new to you. I think it's just unsettled times in general, but I think you're doing everything you can to feel more secure in these unsettled times. So I think that's why some of you are more interested in learning maybe about finances or making long-term financial decisions. And this may be also why you're getting back to basics. I think keeping things fairly simple for you in 2026 seems important. The King of Pentacles definitely does enjoy the finer things in life, right? They enjoy good food and they enjoy their home and things like that, but it doesn't have to be necessarily extravagant. And that's kind of where I get, like for you, it's like, I want to keep things simple and easy. You know, that's what I'm getting, just simple and easy for you. Okay, so that's actually a really good vibe to go into the year with, honestly. Like, or do you want like complicated and difficult, right? So simple and easy, I think, I mean, I'll take that any day. Okay, so I'm feeling pulled in all these different directions here. Okay, so let's start over here. You've got religion and spirituality. So in 2026, this is coming up as a main theme or a change, a transformation in your life. So maybe you've got more of a focus on your spirituality. Maybe you have, you know, just even with the word mindfulness in your green tea card, maybe it's something even like meditation, but you do seem more focused on wanting to carve out time for your spirituality or to, focus more on your beliefs, right? Maybe there's something you like to do every week, you know, that is, you know, this is what I do every week to practice my spirituality or to, you know, spend time in my community. Maybe like this is just, it's coming up for a reason, as a theme. Okay, so there could be changes around religion and spirituality. I was getting that some of you are focused more on mindfulness. So take this, of course, how it fits, but it is coming up as a theme. Okay, you've got, and actually with You'll Be Shown the Way, maybe there's something there, like maybe you're feeling, I'm honestly getting almost like Hierophant vibes, like maybe there's like, maybe you're looking for some sort of spiritual guidance. Okay, maybe you're finding that 2026, some sort of spiritual guidance. You've got the Camel, so in 2026, you've got persevere and you will overcome problems. I'm seeing that if you keep things simple, again, it's not an overly complicated year for you. I think out of all the groups, 2 years just feels just the most direct, but it's telling you to push through, you'll overcome problems, and it's also, what I'm getting is telling you the knowledge is available to you, to like the wisdom, the knowledge, the information you need is there to help you overcome these problems. So try not to get too discouraged. If you need help with something, or if there's something you need to figure out in 2026, I'm getting that the information will be there. And that could also be connected to this candle card. Like there could be something you're getting instructed. I'm getting that, instructed with something. And it's so funny, earlier I was thinking about like a course or a class. I think some of you are enrolling in school, or going back to school, or receiving some sort of training, taking a course, enrolling in some sort of class, like even night classes or something. I do really feel like some of you are getting more education about something. The more I think about this, the more it's coming through. So there's something about education in the year, possibly something you're learning at home, okay? Something you can do from home, like an at-home course or something like that. Because this is also maybe teaching you the fundamentals or the basics of something, possibly. Some of you have time off to complete some home improvement projects as well, okay? So some of you could be possibly building something, or just focusing, again, more of your energy at home. Like you want to be at home more, and I think you want to build. I'm just getting like, I'm seeing the castle behind the King of Pentacles. Like you're treating your home like your castle. So yeah, I think that home improvement projects could be on the horizon for you. But yeah, be at home. Like you're a homebody. I'm feeling like you're a homebody. You're wanting to do things maybe around the yard, or just like different home improvement projects are coming up really strongly. I'm getting some of you are getting some sort of passive income. I'm sorry, I'm just listening. Solidified. So like there's something about maybe an opportunity for passive income to come in through the year, or just more passive income. So if you already do have some sort of form of passive income, I think that it's going to only improve. So that's always nice. We haven't even addressed this treasure card. So this is a really beautiful card. This is telling me that there could be like a windfall. I feel like this to me feels more like treasure you've built or you've collected over time, okay? Some of you are finally kind of enjoying your hard work, and that's why I was also getting retirement vibes, because it's like unlocked. It's like, yeah, maybe there's something about getting to enjoy the fruits of your labor, getting to really, maybe travel or do these home improvement projects or things like that. Or maybe this is, again, something that you're wanting to aim towards in the future, okay? But yeah, treasure, this could just, again, represent a windfall or finding something that you view as very valuable in 2026. It could just be kind of a clue that you're finding something that you view as treasure. I think you're going to find it when you're not looking for it, if that's the case. Like there's something about, as soon as you kind of stop searching for it, there it is, okay? That also made me think of that with loosen your grip. There's something about, I actually kind of want to read this. I don't even know where I put the book, but where'd it go? Oh no. I didn't plan on reading today because I'm trying to keep, oh, there it is. Of course, it's the other end of the room. I have to go get it. 1 second. It's okay. Ow. It's giving me a chance to stretch, so it feels good. Yeah, there's something about maybe you didn't even plan on finding this treasure, but then you did. Like, yeah, definitely opportunities for rest and relaxation in 2026. It just seems like a relaxing year, honestly. More time to yourself. It's not that you're not doing things, because I'm seeing you possibly, again, getting more education with something, researching something, doing home improvement projects, or really excelling in your career or at work. But there's also just such a nice, relaxing, sort of simplified energy. Some of you are maybe downsizing in your home, okay? Purely for the purpose of ease and, again, simplicity. Okay, let's look at loosen your grip. Let's see what that's talking about, because I feel like there's more to it than I'm picking up on. Try to keep my eye on the time here. Okay. Amazonite. Okay, there are times when enough is enough. It's time to relinquish control. You don't have to do it all, and what's more, you can't do it all. No one can. Some things in life are simply out of our control. Remember, your best at any given moment is good enough. It's easy to get stuck in our ways and feel like we might want to interfere with life's greater plan. Instead, try taking a step back to give space and time for the relationships and situations in your life to develop. Release the idea of how things should be to make room for how things could be. Everything will fall into place if you allow yourself to unfold in an organic way. Which area or areas of your life can you release control? How would that feel? Can you trust that the beauty of life often comes from the unexpected? Oh, that's interesting. Especially because we have need to plan ahead. Like, I think it's kind of saying, like, you can only plan for so much, right? Like, maybe it's just that you're kind of going with the flow, or even releasing things you can't control. Like, there's obviously things you can plan for or control or, you know, prepare for, and then there's those things that are completely out of your hands. So I think that could be why you're relaxing more, is you're just like, you know what, I'm not in control of this, so I'm going to see how this plays out. So that could be a major theme for you. Group 3 in 2026 is like, okay, if I can't change this, if this is completely out of my control, I'm not going to spend too much time dwelling on it. I'm going to relax, okay? So I realize that is definitely something we have to kind of practice, but it does seem to be high on your priority list, is like releasing the grip on things you have no control over, and I think that's great. Here's a little affirmation for you. It says, I let go of control. Today, delegate a task with minimal instructions and allow life to unfold. And that actually makes sense with get back to basics. Again, it all goes back to this feeling I'm getting for you of like, let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. Even with the sandwich, I'm getting something about like maybe a very step-by-step approach to something. Let me know what you get from the sandwich card. The perfect sandwich. Let me just look at this for a second. I'm just getting things kind of stacked up, maybe. Let me know what you get from this. I'm definitely inviting some suggestions in the comments. I'm kind of getting all different areas of your life complementing each other, right? Like on its own, any of these ingredients are great, but when you put them together in that perfect combination, it's just magnificent. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It might even mean you're really enjoying cooking and good food. I mentioned cooking earlier, but good food could be a really great part of your year. I mean, what could be better than that? Like just great trying new restaurants, and maybe that's part of traveling. And like I said earlier, maybe you are, I just got guided tours. Some of you are going on a guided tour somewhere. That's interesting. But yeah, some of you are learning to cook or trying to simplify things, you know, for yourself. So maybe that's, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm just reading what's coming through intuitively, but yeah. Cooking classes came up very clearly. And I know that's kind of like, it feels maybe to some like, oh, that doesn't seem like a big thing. But for some, maybe it is. Like maybe it's a massive thing. Maybe it has to do with your career. Maybe it's just something that's going to bring a lot of positivity into your life. And maybe it's something you do to relax, you know? Either way, yeah, you're getting lots of relaxation, maybe some vacation, some time off. I was getting that vibe of well-oiled machines. Maybe there's something to do with work that you're able to kind of step away from it more. It's kind of like making money, you know, while you're not even there. Like, wouldn't that be a dream, you know? And maybe it's not that for everyone, but maybe for some, it's just like your job. You're at the point with something in 2026 where you can take a little bit of time off, right? And maybe with the whole idea of simplifying things, maybe you're cutting out things that you don't necessarily need in your life that are causing stress, right? And this is kind of relieving some of the stress. It's giving you a chance to kind of relax a little bit more. It's like, you know what? I don't need this really expensive car. I'm going to go get this little used car that gets me from A to B. You know, that's just one example of many, but maybe it's less about extravagance or luxury and more about like what's practical, what works. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know. I'm getting the sense that for some reason, a lot of people that chose group 3, this is like, It's very, I'm just getting, it's so interesting. I'd love to know, like, who chose group 3? What do you think? Like, what do you get from this? It definitely was the most direct and straightforward out of all 4 groups today, so I'm very curious. It had the least amount of, like, drama and complications to it and extra details. It just kind of felt very this, and this. Like, I don't know, it just felt organized. I hope I communicated it that way, but okay, let's get your tarot cards. I'm going to pull you little tarot cards for every single month of the year. The Emperor, yeah, we've got some Aries energy there with the Emperor. This is like all 4 kings combined. It's structure, it's routine. You've got a plan for the year and you are sticking to it. You've got 6 of Swords for February. That's nice energy. Temperance for March. Yeah, I love February, March, very go with the flow. Balance can be very important. Healing, let's see. And of course, we'll connect cards like as we go to the oracle cards and the charms as well. Got the Death card in April. So April is a month of transformation and change. This is slow change. This is gradual kind of change. King of Pentacles. Okay, you got King of Pentacles twice for 2026. That's big, okay? So this is a really strong energy for you, and it's really showing up in the month of May. As is the King of Swords, another king right after. You've got King of Swords. Let's look at the second half of the year into July. You've got the Page of Pentacles. This is where the student energy is coming in. Maybe a new practical skill or something that you're interested in, a new way of making money or something like that. Into August, you've got 10 of Cups. Lovely. This could be maybe the month where you've got some relaxation time, maybe some time with family. Lie back, rest, and relax in August. Do you have something planned in August? September, we've got 5 of Cups. So we'll figure out what's going on there. Don't ever let a card make you worry. You've got the 6 of Pentacles in October. Maybe you're offering some help to someone or someone's offering some help to you. Nice balanced reciprocal energy there. Okay, into November, you've got the Magician. The little fabric, cards are getting stuck in here, so I'm trying to... And you've got 2 of Pentacles for December. Very nice. Honestly, great cards. I realize September... You might be thinking, hey, what's happening in September? We will find out. We will see. But have fun with these readings. Like, one card doesn't mean September is a 5 of Cups month. Group 2 got 5 of Cups actually. So we're just processing something in September that might, feel disappointing. But we'll get there. Okay, group 3. What do we have for charms? A lot of charms. Hey, look at this. Treasure chest. I love when cards connect like that because it kind of like, it helps sort of like make sense of when this is happening. So treasure. You're definitely feeling a lot of abundance in 2026. I think it's going to be a very abundant year for you. And what I like, this is like the Emperor dad energy I was mentioning. You've got very disciplined energy in 2026. So I know that to some might sound like, well, that's no fun. It doesn't sound fun at all, Liz, but to future you, it sounds really fun, okay? Because you got this discipline. You're in a very focused energy. You're not, I'm getting no frills. Like, you're not... In 2026, you're not really focused on like all these extra things. Like maybe 2025 for you, maybe you felt like, okay, I really overdid it with shopping, or I really overdid it with like the extras, or, I went out a lot to a lot of restaurants. Nothing wrong with that, right? Enjoying your life. I definitely wouldn't, I'm not saying don't have fun, but maybe you felt like, okay, I went really hard in 2025 with the extras, right? And in 2026, I really want to be wise with my finances, practical, and think ahead, and I'm thinking long term. The King of Pentacles is very confident in their ability to manage what they have. It's not a lack mindset. I want to be clear, okay? I'm not talking, this isn't scarcity mindset. This is taking care of some of what you value. And not only just money, but possessions too. I think you're really taking care of your home. I think you're taking care of what, just taking care of things. I just got the song Taking Care of Business. Maybe is that song relevant to you? taking care of business every day. Maybe that's relevant. And I think, yeah, you're making like educated decisions in regards to things. It's more about like you're building. And even just with the sandwich, like maybe that's why the sandwich popped in, like building. Getting things about building blocks. Okay, let's look at the month by month. You've got Taurus energy coming in January. Of course, you've got Aries energy there too with the Emperor. And you have a 4. So January 4th could be important. 4s also represent stability. Okay, it's a number of stability and sturdiness. Okay, so that could be part of it too. The Emperor is I would say very sturdy. Very sturdy. This is very controlled, structured energy. The Emperor is the rule, sets the rules, you know. This is the energy I kind of call upon when I need to get stuff done and I don't have time to get distracted. So yeah, that's the energy of January. It could be just that you're going in very firm in the year ahead, like you're starting the month ahead, like feeling very structured, feeling very, you've got rules that you're following and routine. And yeah, I like it, honestly. Very structured energy for sure. Okay, into February. There's our treasure chest. You've got the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles too. So there could be some sort of windfall or something as well. The Six of Swords is a very promising card because it talks about improvements. It's a card of transition. And generally, it talks about things getting easier. Okay, so you'll usually see it if you haven't seen it before. I know a lot of you have, so a lot of the time you'll see the wavy water, and where they're headed in the boat is definitely a lot smoother. I am seeing you receiving help or assistance, especially with your candle, okay? With the Six of Swords, you've got Six of Pentacles, you've got lots of signs in your year ahead about assistance, receiving guidance or help. So be open to that. The treasure chest, this is where I think this treasure card is really kind of popping in, and because you've got Ace of Pentacles, this could be like jobs, more secure positions, some sort of windfall or something lucky happening. And then Ace of Cups is, I'm getting a lot of healing energy here, okay, with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And then also look at this, you've got the Star with the peace, okay? So there's a sense of peace in February, something improving, a feeling of like, okay, and even just with the word on the green tea card, cleansing, okay? So there's a feeling of like release or a weight off of your shoulders is coming through. That continues into March. March, you are staying calm amongst a very chaotic month. So I don't know what's going on in March in general, but it seems a little bit busy, a little bit distracting or chaotic, but you've got Temperance cards. So you're really just going with the flow in March. You are adapting and going with the flow and just kind of, I'm getting a lot actually about maybe even, I just got the word amalgamation. I don't know what that's talking about, but that just popped in. But you're really doing a good job of blending different areas of your life in March. I don't know, again, necessarily what that means, but it is popping up. You've got the word task as well. So you're still, just like in January, paying attention to your tasks and staying on track. And I think, like, going back to this kangaroo card, I don't even know if we talked about it. I think I quickly touched on it, but unsettled times need to plan ahead. That's really what the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords does. You know, you're just kind of, you're thinking ahead. You're really thinking ahead, and you're trying to make use, the best possible use of this treasure. And then also what you're doing, like your tasks, you're trying to, like in March, for some reason, you've got like a lot you're trying to do. Maybe it's because you know you've got vacation coming up or some relaxation time coming up, so you want to kind of get everything done in March that you can enjoy. In April, interestingly, you have 2 magnifying glasses. So that's interesting. That's making me think of 2 perspectives. Honestly, 2 perspectives, 2 people seeing something a little bit differently. It could also be saying look closely or pay attention to something in April. You've got the Death card, which is a card, of course, of change. So something's changing in April. Something, this could be kind of like this whole energy of like releasing something, loosen your grip. But yeah, something's changing. It's a month of endings leading to new beginnings for sure. And then you've got the magnifying glasses. So I'm curious what that is talking about, honestly. And then you have King of Pentacles, so your card of the year is showing up in May. You've got the keys, so maybe something about a new home, possibly properties. Okay, it's multiple keys. This could also have to do with multiple options or choices. You've got the sword. Okay, this is like Ace of Swords energy. Okay, so new information, communication, new knowledge with our knowledge card possibly. Could be for sure what's coming through, and also communication, heart-to-heart conversations could be popping up. The loving energy that I'm seeing is really popping up in August, but of course I will try to do a love reading as soon as I possibly can. So I didn't get a lot about romance in your cards necessarily. There was another group that got like a heavy emphasis on love. It's not saying it's not happening. In fact, it could very well be happening. There could be discussions around home and travel when it comes to love. More serious discussions though. It's less about like romance. It's more about like practical things like home, money, finances, changes. Even some of you with temperance, like I was getting something about combinations, right? So there could be some of you moving in together, if you're in a relationship, if you haven't already, or serious discussions about it at least. So that could be part of planning ahead, unsettled times, planning ahead. Maybe that's what's coming through. But yeah, it's not necessarily coming through as a lot of romance per se, but love is absolutely still coming through and really good discussions. So that could be what that is. Okay, you've got Threshold. Oh, interesting. That makes me think of a home too. You've got Truth. Okay, so yeah, Ace of Swords, Truth coming in June. I don't know what's going on exactly in June, but a lot about truth, knowledge, information, like seeing the truth. You're being alerted to the truth or something like that. You also have elements of travel in May and June. Okay, with the plane, some of you could be taking a flight. This could also talk about something taking off. Threshold, being that we have the Death card as well around that time of year. There's just something about like a new chapter in your life, okay? And Threshold also makes me think of a home. We talked about the castle and all that, so definitely could be a theme. But yeah, Truth, King of Swords. No one says the truth like the King of Swords. So be prepared for some sort of truth in June. And this doesn't have to be a bad thing, okay? I think it seems serious, I'm not going to lie, but it seems like something that's giving you important knowledge. Okay, and then more home energy. You've got the Lock, okay? You've got the Page of Pentacles and the Hot Air Balloon. Hot Air Balloon can represent fun, and it can also represent perspective. You've got the Page of Pentacles. So there's something new kind of catching your attention in July. This could be, again, new jobs or new interest. I was getting something about education for you and going back to school or taking training, courses, classes I mentioned earlier. So this could be really the month where you're trying to learn a new practical skill and also maybe focus around practical everyday decisions. July for you might be kind of caught up in the everyday kind of things that seem sort of, I don't want to say mundane, but like you're taking care of practical matters, everyday practical matters in July. And then again, some of you are learning new skills or picking up something new and practical that could be well worth it in the future. The gold pig, it makes me think of like abundance. It's really an abundant charm. And it makes me think of my piggy bank charm. I've got a piggy bank charm and then I have the gold pig. So this makes me think of like, I don't know. I don't know anything about investment, so I'm certainly not giving investment or money advice ever in my readings. But if this applies, it could be about like an investment that maybe is paying off. Again, do not take financial advice from me at all, but maybe that's the treasure card. Okay, so take it if it fits. Don't force the message. But yeah, even savings, things like that. And then you have 10 of Cups. So lovely energy, fulfilling. This is the happily ever after card. August for you could be particularly loving and just full of happy, emotional moments surrounded by family and friends. Really beautiful. I really like this. Something about August seems very peaceful. September, here's your challenging card. You've got the 5 of Cups. Okay, so 5 of Cups. Well, this could be connected to the Kangaroo card, unsettled times. This could be connected to the Candle card. You'll be shown the way. A disappointment could lead to something else. I know I tend to be a little bit of a silver lining type person, but I always notice the 2 cups that the person hasn't noticed yet, okay? And then the bridge, and then the whole new place out off in the distance. So, you know, if something disappointing happens in September, I'm getting to tell you, like, there's more out there, there's more available to you. This could be a month where heart-to-heart conversations is really important. Okay, so yeah. Again, it doesn't have to be the whole month. Okay, you got the tie. This is usually like business dealings to me, or something professional. It could be something about a job, new job, or something like that, or a boss. It makes me think of like a boss a lot of times, like just professional dress or an office setting. You've got the bird here. Maybe some of you are, there's maybe a perspective shift. The bird makes me think of freedom and perspective. You've got a really supportive group of people around you in October, however. You've got the little gummy bears. This is sticking together. It's friendship. You also have a hand, someone reaching out to lend a hand with the Six of Pentacles. That's what this is. It's assistance, help, generosity, kindness. So maybe someone's lending a hand. Maybe something happened in September. And then this is, you're receiving some sort of help or assistance. Okay, so lots of supportive people. Ace of Wands and the Magician. So wow, you've also got open right there, kind of right in the middle there. So, but open and Ace of Wands, maybe be open to new ideas, be open to different new techniques. Maybe something is not working out in order to kind of get you to what will, because the Magician is very much like potential. And I'm seeing group 3 that you have all of the resources necessary. Okay, I'm seeing that with your King of Pentacles. I'm seeing that with the Knowledge card. I'm seeing that with the Magician card. You've got all of the tools, all of the ingredients necessary for 2026. It's just a matter of like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to create? You're in a very creative energy with the Ace of Wands there. So November is going to be a month of creation, of manifestation, of potential. I love that. And confidence too. Okay, and then in December, you've got the squirrel. So I'm not surprised to see this, just because it has to do with like savings and preparation. With the kangaroo card, need to plan ahead. So December, I think you're very happy with what you did early on in the year. You're enjoying the, like I said earlier, the fruits of your labor, your hard work is really paying off. Balance seems important to you all throughout the year. I'm seeing it quite a bit. We saw it in March. I see it here in December as well. So balance, maintaining some sort of balance for you. Maybe it's that work-life balance. Maybe it's squeezing in more time for relaxation, vacation, time off, but also being productive as well. So you're really striking a fine balance there. This is really what this card is about. It could mean that you've got a lot to juggle, but you're doing a really great job. Try not to overload yourself. Remember, we saw with Loosen Your Grip, you are not in control of everything. You don't have to take everything on, okay? And certain things are going to be out of your control. Don't let it make you kind of like, don't let it, maybe you're someone who has a hard time, like when one thing doesn't work, you want to kind of, or if it's not in your control, you want to kind of be in control of it. Not everything is in your control. Only take on what you can. And then, yeah, savings, saving for the future is definitely a theme of 2026. Or just maybe learning about savings, learning about investment. If it's not so much that you're at the point of like enjoying it, it could be learning about it. Okay, so maybe you are learning from someone who's very wise with money and finances. That could be definitely what it is. Overall, honestly, your year looks great, looks very practical. You seem to be very in touch with what's important to you. Your spirituality or religion is also coming up as well. Getting back to basics in every area of your life is important. You're making more time for relaxation. You've got some great conversations coming up this year. You've got some potential treasure. You're feeling productive. But again, it's that well-oiled machine type of energy where you're like, okay, I've got this figured out. I was getting something about passive income. Some of you are getting more education or schooling or learning something, taking a course, even if it's just for fun. It might not even be to make money. It could just be for fun. Earlier, I was mentioning a few of you might be retiring. I'm definitely getting that vibe. Might not be for everyone. Maybe it's more so preparation for retirement or more discussion or thought around retirement. Either way, I do see you wanting to spend more time at home. Maybe some of you are working from home or just doing home improvement projects was coming up as well. Some of you are maybe teaching yourself to do certain home improvement projects or making different changes yourself rather than hiring someone. That could be what it is as well. Or just planning like, okay, you know what? I know I need to fix my shed or I need to fix something. I need to plan ahead. I mean, there's so much we got today. So feel free to go back to the beginning, get a notebook and pen, and write down like what your card of the month was, write down the different themes, make like little note points. So then that way throughout the year, you can kind of see what's happening and come back and update me, because that's my favorite part. But yeah, let me know, group 3. I hope you have a great day. Or if you chose the 4th teacup, the white tea, blessings, new beginnings, and clarity, then this is your messages for the year of 2026. I am so excited to dive in. This is the video that I don't put it off, but kind of, because it's always like my intimidating video, because we're looking at a full year. I get tons of information, and every year I'm always like, yeah, I guess nervous to do it, because I want to get in as much information as we possibly can. So it always feels like a big undertaking for me for some reason. I don't know why. But I've got it pretty organized this year. And we're going to do the month by month forecast. So we'll get you a tarot card for every single month, as well as charms. We've got the oracle cards. So this is going to talk about like the main themes that you might notice throughout the year. Feel free, I didn't remind the other groups to do this, but for you, I feel the need to tell you to get a pen and paper, or like a little notebook, a diary, a journal, to make notes, because it's kind of fun to follow along throughout the year, and things tend to kind of make more sense as they happen. So these will be like the main themes of the year, as well as your tarot card of the year, and then we'll jump at the end to the charms and the tarot cards month per month. So let's dive in, group 4. Feel free to get yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started. So your tarot card of the year, the card you got is the Ace of Swords. So what I thought was really cool with this is on your teacup card, it says clarity and new beginnings, which Ace of Swords definitely has to do with both. So I thought that was really interesting. But we'll go through all of your cards, and I did and because I've seen them already, it did kind of help me sort out my thoughts. So I think your group, I kind of organized it a little bit ahead of time. So I'll show you what I mean. I don't know that I did for sure, but I thought I did. So we've got Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. So a lot about like ideas is what I was getting. Ace of Swords, the clarity, clear ideas. And Electric Eel Spirit to me is just like maybe ideas or epiphanies out of nowhere. You've got 2 Romance Angel cards, which I'll save for just 1 second. I just want to get your main messages. I really do want to do a full in-depth love reading for 2026. That is the plan, but I did pull some Romance Angel cards, and of course, love might come up as well in the tarot cards. You've got Manifestation. So turn desires into reality by activating the power of manifestation. So I loved your group out of all of them. I was just like, as soon as I saw all of the cards, I was like, it was a very clear snapshot into the kind of the energy of the year. So I really liked that. You've got Follow That Car. So that one was kind of interesting. You got Staying Focused, Hold the Course. And then I put this next to it because I thought it was cool. You've got Mountain Road, You Are on the Road to Success. So definitely, it's like the cards are saying, okay, in 2026, you're on track. Like whatever you're doing is working. Keep going. Like, keep going. Don't quit. There was a few cards that I felt were really... Where's the other one? For that, yeah, that must have been it. Because I was like, okay, whatever you're doing in 2026 is working, okay? So keep it up. You've got Luck. I really noticed the good luck charms. Maybe there's like a certain good luck charm or an important, thing that you carry that brings in luck. So that could be helping you as well. I just noticed the bracelet, so... Okay. You've got Windfall. Okay, so yeah, that made me think of the luck card as well. Pretty lucky card to get out of all the butterfly cards. This one just talks about something unexpected, right? A windfall is something you hadn't planned on, you hadn't anticipated. So something unexpected is happening. This could be financial, it could be an opportunity. You've got Stay on Target. Yeah, this was the other one. I couldn't remember if it was the Target card from this deck or but I remember there being a target. So yeah, staying focused, stay on target. This is very clear. So I'm very excited to see what else we have. We've got Secret revealed. Some sort of secret is getting revealed in 2026. You've got the Tiger's Eye crystal as your crystal of the year. So overcome your fears. You could be facing some sort of fear in 2026. Maybe, I'll get into what I was getting from that, but I think my feeling is something is less scary once you kind of confront it or once you really look at it. And you could be feeling a lot more clear about something. Like sometimes we're afraid of things if we don't really know what's like going on. So maybe this clarity that's coming in is sort of kind of making something seem less scary. Your only really challenging card that I saw so far is the Mice card. So discord among friends or family. You've got Horse, short journey happening in 2026. You've got the Tulip, great passion. And then you've got Money path. So a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, so and then your romance angel cards, you've got playfulness. So to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then you also have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So we'll get into love in just a second. What I like about this is I was able to kind of like look at it and absorb what I was getting. If you've seen my readings, usually I shuffle and then I connect the dots. But I was able to kind of do that beforehand, and I liked this synchronicity, and I really liked how you had the word clarity and Ace of Swords. So I want to say your keyword for 2026 is clarity, or even like with this card, focus, even truth. I'm thinking that 2026 for you is bringing in breakthroughs of all kinds. Breakthroughs when it comes to fear, breakthrough when it comes to different ideas, or just these aha moments or clarity in regards to like, oh yeah, that's what I could do. That's a solution. So solutions may come up. I'm also getting breakthroughs specifically in communication for you, which we'll get to. And this could actually be helping with this discord among friends or family. I'm not seeing as of yet, and we'll find out what the charms and tarot has to add, but I'm not seeing really anything adding to this in the sense of like, I'm not seeing any other cards about really arguments. I mean, this could be about many things, right? So the way I read is I make little links. So this could be about a secret being revealed. This could be about a windfall. So money can oftentimes cause arguments, right? So there could be a windfall. Maybe it's like something like family money being fought over. This could be, I mean, those are the two things that I was kind of thinking, but yeah, maybe something to do with a secret, or something to do with money, okay? Could be causing it. It might not have anything to do with either of those. This could just be something that's kind of an ongoing thing that you have to deal with, you know? And what I noticed with this card is it doesn't necessarily say that you're involved in this. It just says discord among friends or family. So it could be like a friend group where there's been discord, or a family, you know, a couple of family members that don't get along. It could be various things. So we'll kind of dive in. We'll get more clarification if we need it, but it is coming through as the most challenging card that I can see right now. I think in general, like even with your love card, I think a good piece of advice going forward into 2026 is keep an open mind, not only just with love, but in general. I do see that you have an open mind. I'm seeing that you might be very open to new ideas, different perspectives, different ways. I'm even getting like ways of communicating. So you seem very open-minded, which I think is really great. And this is definitely coming through with love as well, which we will absolutely get to. So I don't know really where to start. The card that was the most mysterious to me is definitely the Follow That card. So what I'm getting to tell you about this is in 2026, follow a certain lead, okay? I'm getting to tell you to follow up. Something could happen fast. Oh, I just got that quote from Ferris Bueller. Life happens pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So there's something about a sudden opportunity or something. You're going to want to take this opportunity when it comes up. You're going to want to move fast, you know, when it comes up. I keep getting to tell you to follow up on something. You're going to have a moment of noticing something. Yeah, follow a lead into something. So yeah, someone might say something or kind of even plant an idea in your head. You're going to want to follow up or research it, okay? This is not the year to be shy, well, in anything, okay? I want to say 2026 for you, Group 4, and I'm getting this so clearly, is the year to go after what you want. I think you are tired of, I don't know exactly what the energy is that I'm picking up on. It could be like, I guess sitting on the sidelines or watching other people pursue things that you really would like to pursue. So this is the year you are staying focused. I'm seeing very much that you're on target to complete or accomplish something in 2026. I feel like you're starting right away, and we'll kind of get a better picture of what's happening when, but I do feel early on in the year you're very focused immediately. I think you are starting the year off very clear on what you want. I'm seeing you also being very visual. in general, like this just might be how you are, a very visual person, but I think things like vision boards could be very beneficial for you. Actually having like a visual reminder of what you want, I think is going to keep you on target. I'm seeing you very good at focusing on one specific target at a time. So like you're on a certain road, you're on the road to success, you're not veering off, or you seem very focused on one main goal. Now there could be multiple things that you're also simultaneously working on, but there's one target. There's like one main thing that you're like, okay, that's what I want. That's the goal. It could be a financial goal. It could be a work-related goal. It could be just a personal goal of some kind. I don't know exactly what it is. It could have to do with this idea, some sort of manifestation, but I'm seeing you very, very focused on making something happen. And because of this, you're very aware of opportunities when they pop up. And that's why I think with Follow That Car, you're noticing, you're paying attention, you're seeing different things. I'm just getting that could work for you or that could help make this happen. So that's like when I first saw your cards, I'm like, that's exactly what's going on. You also see I'm getting the potential or where something could lead because you've got money paths. So that's actually making me think of this little road. So you realize that there's a certain path that could lead you to a lot of abundance. So that is also, I think, why you're really focused on it. So yeah, don't lose track of this. Hold the course. Not every month is going to feel necessarily the same or as productive or as even successful, but hold the course. But I'm getting to stay on track. Like you're going to see very early on in 2026 group 4 that something's working. So you need to stick to it. Okay. So Tiger's Eye, you've got overcome your fears. I was thinking in 2026, there could be a breakthrough in some sort of fear, like something you were afraid of. Like I said earlier, maybe it's just that you have a better, like maybe you have more information about something, so it's less scary. Something, and now I'm getting so many movie references with your group for some reason, but I'm hearing Kevin McAllister from Home Alone saying, "Hear me, I'm not afraid anymore." So there's something you're not afraid of anymore. You're overcoming some sort of fear. This could be through something like exposure therapy. This could even be more so themes of like feeling the fear but doing it anyways, right? So if there's something you want but you're kind of afraid, maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to do it afraid. I think there's also a feeling of like excitement. So I've always heard that like our bodies have a hard time distinguishing, I don't know if this is true, but it makes sense. But our bodies have a hard time telling the difference between excitement and anxiety. So I've heard that you can kind of tell, like if you're anxious about something coming up, like whether it's a job interview or a new job or an adventure that you're going on, travel, if you're sort of nervous, tell yourself, you know what, I'm really excited for this. And it can kind of reframe that sort of feeling, because excitement and fear, like think of I always compare it to like a roller coaster, right? Like you're excited, but you're also, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. So there could be a lot of that going on as well, but you're facing fear. So 2026, some sort of fear just seems less scary, honestly. You seem more clear about it and less scared. And maybe again, it's like information, having some sort of knowledge could also be helping you as well. Definitely a year of new beginnings, just like your main card said. I thought it, again, was really cool that you've got clarity, new beginnings, and then Ace of Swords, because that's exactly what this is. So some, there's new beginnings happening in the year, whether it's something you're pursuing, something happening from this new beginning, something related to facing this fear, leading to new beginnings. It is a year of fresh new starts for you. And just a different outlook. Like you're just, I don't know, I think you're thinking of things a little bit differently. Some of you might have less fears about dating, if that applies to you as well. We'll quickly touch on that. You've got playfulness. Like I'm seeing you just having fun. I'm seeing you're not taking dating, if you're single, I'll get to a message if you're in a relationship, but if you're single, I'm seeing you're not really, not that you're not taking it seriously, but you're just, your priority is just sort of have fun, enjoy yourself. You're also keeping a more open mind, like I said, with everything, but with dating, the person you end up being with might not be exactly who you expected, right? It could be that they have like very different interests than you, or isn't, they don't necessarily fall into what your usual type would be, necessarily, if you have a type. Like it's just saying keep an open mind, because someone really good for you could actually be very different than what, like, this picture you have in your mind of who you end up with. So maybe love, what I'm getting is love might surprise you. I think that you're going to recognize this because you're going to have a lot of fun with them. I think you're going to have a lot of laughter and just good times with this person. And then there might be this moment of like, oh, whoa, like I actually can see being with this person long term. So I think I'm getting love might surprise you in the year. I'm seeing you're feeling very passionate about everything that you do. This could also be great passion in love. So there could be a lot of heat, intensity, attraction, and passion in love. And, you know, just a very like playful, kind of fun, exciting energy when it comes to love. Yeah, I'm getting lots of kissing just popped in. Lots of kissing. I don't know. Lots of kissing just popped in. So I don't know. Short journey. So I was seeing in the year, travel could definitely be coming up, but it doesn't seem like I'm not getting necessarily like world travel or anywhere too far. I'm getting just like maybe a lot of little overnight type trips or like little getaways, day trips, car rides. Maybe it's something like that to do with the car ride, but little, I don't know if you're going like antiquing or just to little new restaurants. Like I'm just getting lots of little short bursts of excitement is popping in, like, but a lot of them. Does that make sense? So instead of having like one big thing that you're like looking forward to travel wise, like one big trip, let's just say, it just seems more like lots of little adventures. This could also be saying that something you are expecting to take a long time could actually go a little bit quicker, or you might get there sooner than you're thinking. That's sometimes what pops in with that. I really liked these two together, so I had these kind of back to back. So you had bring your ideas to life. So first of all, I was saying earlier, so much about ideas. Like that to me is what the Ace of Swords can be, is just like, you know, a sudden idea almost out of nowhere, like that moment of, oh, whoa, okay, yeah, that could be a good idea, or that could be a solution. So what I like about this though is it's not just an idea that's just popping in and then you're like losing the idea or, you know, forgetting about it, putting it on a shelf. You're actually like making it happen. Okay. So bring your ideas to life. Another group kind of got a similar energy of like creation. But yeah, turn desires into reality by activating the power of manifestation. So you're actually making these things happen. You're bringing these ideas to life. I'm getting that it doesn't have to be fully, how do I say this? Like, it's important to just get started is what I'm getting. You don't have to have the idea fully planned out, like from A to Z. Like it doesn't have to be the full plan. I think it's more important that you just get started. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think that sometimes is what keeps us from getting started is the desire to have it all figured out. You're like, okay, well, I just want to get started. I'm just going to take a step. So I think that's going to help because it's almost like you're sort of letting, how do I put this? It's like you're starting it and letting things unfold as you go. You're open, what I'm getting to tell you is you're open to the mystery. You're very open to the mystery of like, okay, what could happen if I start this? Or if I follow this car, if I follow this lead, what could happen? I don't know yet, right? It's still a mystery. I don't know where this is going, but I want to follow it and see what happens. So that's a main theme for your year. Secrets revealed, I again thought was very interesting. This could be things like secret crushes. This could be just like one big secret that is like really, I don't want to say startling, but eye-opening. Okay, so there's some sort of secret getting revealed. This could be, again, a family secret. This secret itself could cause a little bit of discord. Doesn't necessarily have to be that, but something's getting unlocked, some sort of secret. I also noticed, because you've got windfall and you've got luck, something lucky is happening for you in 2026. So windfall, again, is something you hadn't counted on. So whether it be money or this opportunity, like it's just something that seems to sort of just fall into place. What I'm getting to tell you is just enjoy it while it happens, scoop it up, take the opportunity, take your turn. This money path is there for you to find it. So are you going to pursue it? Are you going to try and find it? That's what I'm getting. I'm almost getting like clues being left for you. Like this almost feels like a mystery novel or something. Like there's clues being left for you. You're going to follow them. Let's see what else I'm getting. Yeah, stay the course, stay on target. I don't see it as a year full of like a lot of distractions, which is nice. So I do think that you're able to kind of, and maybe again, it's because you've got one big goal in mind, but you do seem like very focused, very focused. And even when you get distracted, which life happens, right? Things pop up, but even so, you just seem to be able to get back on target and kind of stay on the path that you're on. Things are, of course, going to, there's going to be twists and turns, of course, as life does, but you seem passionate enough about something that you're not giving up on it very easily. So I love that. Let's get your month by month breakdown. Of course, we can reference these as well, but this gives us a good picture or snapshot into the year to kind of look at the main themes or different things that might pop up. So let's see. Yeah, I'm wondering what the secret is. Please come back and let me know. Maybe the charms will give us some indication of like when this is happening, and maybe it's something you're following up on or something, some sort of secret. Yeah, I'm almost getting a little bit about like detective work. Like, I don't know, like I think you're good at finding things out is what I'll say. You're really good at finding things out. You tend to put the pieces together, almost like following the clues like I was talking about before anyone else does. And so when the news or secret is revealed, you're like, well, yeah, I already knew that. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, group 4. Let's start. We'll get your tarot cards. I've got all these like little mini tarot cards in there. So we'll just pull one per month and see what the energy is coming in. Okay, you've got 3 of Swords. One other group got that. I got that the other day too for a reading. You've got Ace of Pentacles for February, March. 9 of Swords. I would be willing to bet that that's the month you're facing some sort of fear, okay? Because, we did get this as a theme of the year, so you're facing some fears or something maybe in the light of day just feels a little less scary, Sometimes it's just like, sometimes all it takes is us like seeing something a little bit differently or like the information, like I said, coming in and then it's not so scary, so. April, you've got 2 here. You've got 10 of Wands and 4 of Wands. That's an interesting combination. That's making me think of follow through, staying on target, success, hard work paying off, absolutely. May, you've got the Lover's card. Knight of Pentacles for June. I hear people talking outside. Maybe you're overhearing a conversation because with the secrets revealed, you could be overhearing a conversation. I wonder if that's it. You've got the 4 of Cups for July. 5 of Swords for August. Okay. Second group to get that one as well. Okay, September. Wheel of Fortune for September. Fool for October. Love the Fool card for October. November, you've got the 9 of Cups. And then last month of the year, 9 of Cups is pretty solid, But December, finishing off the year, you've got Temperance. Okay. All right, so let's get your charms. Have a sip of my coffee. Okay. A couple more. I'm just gonna grab like 1 or 2, like one over there. Okay. Lots of traffic signs there. Okay, so we will dive in and see what is going on. Okay, so I always like to address the most challenging cards. I know what a few of them are about, just looking at them immediately in my mind. Again, 9 of Swords, maybe you're facing overcoming a fear. I'm really seeing you look at something directly And as soon as you look at it, it doesn't seem so scary anymore. I also feel like your fears, you're almost harnessing something to do with your fears. I don't know exactly what I'm getting from this, but I'm also getting the song Run Boy Run. I'm going to link it below. Watch the music video. I've thought of that before because it makes me think of like our fears. Basically, it's this boy running in the video, and he's like running forward. It looks like he's like literally, it has a very much a vibe of like, of literally overcoming fears, and all these monsters sort of emerge, and you kind of at first think that they're chasing him, but then you see that they're running alongside him. I listened to that song, I think it was last summer, just like constantly. So I will link it below, group 4. Please check it out, because maybe the lyrics feel relevant to you, or just the video might kind of have that feeling. But yeah, overcoming your fears, I think is happening in March or around March. And then yeah, 5 of Swords, I feel like this might have to do with the discord among friends or family. We will get there. I'm kind of seeing you, there's like a toughness here, which we'll get to. And then 3 of Swords. Overall though, your cards look pretty fantastic. 3 of Swords, starting off, let's start with that. Let's see here. Okay, I mean, this could be about truth. This could be about clarity, okay? It's a Swords card, right? So it's connected to the mind, but there's an emotional element to it. I had it recently, and it had to do with a intense emotional release that I didn't even realize I was holding on to. So yeah, there's something about maybe releasing something for you. Yeah, the locked heart right near it too. Like, I'm happy that it's kind of happening right away, because it's almost like dealing with some sort of heartache. And this could even have to do with breakthroughs in regards to healing, okay? Some sort of emotional breakthrough or clarity in regards to a situation that happened that was painful. A better understanding maybe of yourself with clarity. This could have to do with the Secret Revealed card. Maybe it's like with the locked, because look at this. Yeah, I wonder if that's what it is, because it's 2 locks, right? So I like to kind of connect things. So maybe there's something about a Secret Revealed in January that maybe does stir up a lot of feelings and emotions, and but I'm getting that you're better off knowing this secret. Again, don't panic, right? This is an online tarot reading. Like, there's never, absolutely not a reason to panic, okay? I do feel like overall you're happy with this information because it's providing a lot of clarity, okay? So this is going to be a good thing, right? So whatever the secret is, it's better that you know it. So that could definitely be what it is. This could also have to do with discord among friends or family. The discord among friends or family might be causing a little bit of, stirring up feelings for you as well, too. And then the bazooka gum. This is actually a good sign to see, because this talks about something that's very temporary, right? This is usually my clue that something's happening fast. And the reason for that is just this kind of gum, like you chew it for like 3 seconds and then it's like, oh, okay, well, that's done. So this could be an indication that this is going to pass by fairly quickly, okay? I'm noticing as I sit here all these acorns. So I don't know why I felt the need to get those, but it's something about acorns, new beginnings. Okay, Ace of Pentacles coming in February. So this could be like a month where new financial opportunities are coming in. This could certainly be the windfall month, absolutely. So this could be when some sort of luck or windfall is coming in. I mean, this is you got like really lucky cards for 2026 group 4. So this could be just it feels like something from the universe, like a gift or an offer from the universe. It's just the start. It's a beginning, right? And you have an ace as one of your main cards. So 2026 is bringing in a lot of new beginnings, lots of breakthroughs, lots of new starts. So also financial possibly, or new jobs. Some of you are hearing back about something, or something's being returned to you. So energy you put out, or something, I'm getting with blessings, a blessing you put out is being returned to you in February, okay, with the tennis racket. March, okay, you've got the funnel. This can be frustrations or something that's delayed, or it's taking a long time, causing you a little bit of worry, okay? So maybe with knowing this ahead of time, it might kind of help ease a little bit of those worries. So if something's taking a long time in February, or it's just like, it seems to be taking too long, or you're frustrated, just understand this too shall pass, okay? Things are going to get moving again soon, okay? I also think that this discord among friends or family could be causing some frustration. I think what my sense is that you, and the good news is by December, you've got Temperance card. So that's a really, really good sign. But I think that you might, maybe you take on a lot of what's going on with your friends and family, okay? Or you feel like a sense of responsibility. I would just pay attention to like, how much do you really need to get involved in it if it doesn't have to do with you, okay? So just keep that in mind. Interesting, you've got the camera here around January, but also could have to do with July, and you've got the film. So there's something about connected to January or July happening in April with the film. This could have to do with photos. This could have to do with like evidence or some sort of clue, mystery. I don't know. This might make more sense as it happens, as these readings often do. So always come back and update me, but something to do with film and camera. This could simply be photography. Maybe you're getting into photography, getting pictures taken. I'm seeing some of you are having a wedding in April. You've got the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So I'm getting it's important to have follow through in April, okay? And also lean into your support systems as well, because you've got the hand, so this is a helping hand or someone offering help or assistance, and you also have a 4, which is very supportive, especially the 4 of Wands is very supportive. If I said swords, I'm sorry, but 4 of Wands is very supportive. It's feeling uplifted, and it's just a supportive, sturdy energy, and 10 of Wands can sometimes be here again. I do think that you tend to take on a lot. So you're being cautioned to not take on the weight of the world, both at work and then just in your personal life too. Like you, here's the thing. I think big magical things are happening for you in 2026. Okay. And it's important that you stay on track, stay focused, I'm getting to literally stay in your own lane, stay in your own lane. Of course, things happen with friends and family that might affect us, but I'm getting there's no sense. And one other group got like stay out of drama in 2026. I don't know what's happening collectively, but everyone just seems like I'm just getting for you. Stay in your own lane. Stay focused. You're on target to make something big happen. So try your best. Yeah, some drama because you got the boxing gloves. Okay, so again, that I think is maybe what's happening. You've got some direction coming in or something like that in around April, May, maybe some direction or something you're being cautious of or paying attention to. You've got the stop sign. This could be stop, look around. Like you're getting lots of traffic symbols, traffic cone, traffic sign. So feel free to comment below what else you get from that. But that could just simply represent like pay attention to the signs. It could have to do with this follow that car, just being that it's about traffic. So maybe that resonates. Oh no. Yeah, so yeah, pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs for sure. Again, I was getting almost like you're a detective. You're a detective in 2026. You're noticing clues. You're seeing secrets. You're figuring things out before they're even revealed. So you also might have kind of a head start on something that happens among friends or family before they even realize. Okay, so then into July, you've got the book. You've got the hot air balloon. You've got the little spilt milk or the bucket. This is also time to get out of a situation. The bucket in the tea leaf deck is time to get out of a situation. So know when to get out of a situation quickly. I didn't address the lovers. You got the lovers card in May, so that's big. I don't know how I skipped past that. So this could of course be love, like finding somebody. It could be a big decision that you have to make. This could absolutely be a relationship sort of moving to a higher level of commitment. This could be you feeling a strong connection with someone maybe you didn't expect. I think some of you in 2025 maybe went through some breakups, so you're healing from that kind of early on in the year, and maybe open to new connections by the middle of the year for sure. If that's not the case, if you're already in a relationship, this could be saying many things. This could be saying you and your partner are going to have more fun in 2026 and make more time for playfulness and fun things. It could be encouraging you to keep an open mind to maybe different things that your partner wants to go do, like different date ideas or different things like that, or maybe kind of get to know maybe a different side of them possibly, right? So that could potentially be what's happening. You've got the Knight of Pentacles for July. So this is very much like stay the course, stay focused, slow and steady wins the race. You're not in a rush in 2026. Like you're just sort of, you got your eye on the prize and nothing seems to be swaying you or kind of derailing you. You've got the book. This could be knowledge or information. Maybe something, I mean, and all the charms could be personal too. The book could literally be a really good book. I could be saying, you know, things kind of slow down in June. You've got a chance to read a good book. You do have getting out of a situation. This could also be don't cry over spilt milk type of energy. You've got the balloon, the hot air balloon, which is perspective. One of my decks, this deck actually, the Sacred Traveler, it's called View from Above. So maybe there's something you're seeing from a different perspective. Again, you've got the camera there. You've got the birdhouse and the Four of Cups. I'm getting to tell you in July, there's a situation you don't have to stay in. If you're not happy about it, you don't have to stay in it. Like, if you're frustrated about something, you can, like, you're not stuck there, okay? It's only temporary. I keep getting to tell you something's temporary. Four of Cups, I mean, July might feel kind of like uneventful in certain ways. Not every month can be the most exciting, right? That's just the reality of it. It could be encouraging you to do things that are exciting, make a point to do things that are fun in July, because it could be kind of a month where you feel like things are a bit stale maybe. You could be also having house guests or traveling to go visit someone specifically at their home. This could be part of this short journey as well, okay? So it's something like going to visit a relative, stay at their house. All right, so the last sort of uncomfortable card that we have here, and just to reiterate, this does not mean Five of Swords is the whole vibe of the whole month. It's just bringing up one thing. You also got, like, you've definitely got like a toughness, a tough, like this could be like boundaries or yeah, it's like to me it's like tough, having a tough skin. It's just feeling protected, okay, or having armor almost on. So it's important, I'm getting to tell you, to not sink to their level. Okay, I don't know who this is, but don't sink to their level. It's not nothing, and I'm getting this about a lot of things. Like, there's lots of like things kind of happening fast in the blink of an eye, okay? And again, I don't know exactly what that means, but lots is happening fast. So the Five of Swords, I was saying to the other group that got it today, unlike the Five of Wands, which I at least think can be productive and useful at times, as tense as it can be, as fiery as it can be, Five of Swords is just kind of like, I don't know, it's just, there's really no winner. What I want to say though is the truth will come out, okay? So if someone's not playing fair or someone's being selfish, it's going to come out, okay? The answer will come out, the truth will be revealed, secrets will be revealed. So if someone's not playing fair, and if they're doing something that they shouldn't be, it's going to happen. People are going to learn about this. You've got the, and please feel free to come back and like update me if any of this happens. You've got the Saddle. The Saddle can represent trying again. It can represent also support, okay? So some sort of support or feeling uplifted, possibly. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in September, as well as the Pentacles charm. So something is shifting and changing in September. You're going to feel, what's interesting is by October, you seem so much more optimistic, and just like in such a, like the last 3 months of the year are just so, well, it was 4 months of the year. You've got lots of great months here in the cards. But yeah, just these last 4 months in particular just seem like blissful, honestly. So yeah, September, this Pentacles charm could have to do with these goals that you have. It could have to do with this windfall. The Wheel of Fortune can often be associated with luck, of course. Maybe you're winning something or just something lucky is happening. And it's definitely shifting your mood. You're definitely getting encouragement in October to kind of come out of your shell a little bit. I think you're being maybe a little bit more adventurous, possibly in October, maybe a little bit more social as well. You could be trying something new. You could be feeling less fearful about something in general and just a little bit more optimistic and excited about what's to come. You've got the Bird here. This can be freedom. I love that you've got the Fool there. So definitely a feeling of like freedom and potential and maybe, I don't know, just feeling like spontaneous, taking risks. There could be a massive perspective shift. And then again, feelings of freedom coming up in October. In November, you've got an important dentist appointment or something. You've got the toothpaste and toothbrush. This could also have to do with daily habits as well. You've got the message in a bottle. Dentist appointment is so specific, but you know what? Maybe it feels relevant. But yeah, this is a beautiful card to have. This is the wish fulfillment card. You've also got the message in a bottle, so an important message is coming in November. Around October, November, you also have the mushroom with the ladybug reading the book. You had the book there as well. So this, again, this can have to do with clarity with your Ace of Swords. This could have to do with just something you're really wanting to learn about or soak up information about. It could be something you're passionate about. You could just be really getting into reading in 2026 too. That could be something as simple as that, right? Yeah, I feel like you're very imaginative and really good at visualization. And I was getting earlier to tell you, like, I think I said it, but vision boards, things like that, visualizing, like having visual reminders of your goal is going to not only keep you focused and on track, but just, I think it's just going to be a helpful tool for you. And then into December, closing off the year, we've got Temperance. So that's a really good sign for any discord, okay? Because like with anything too heated, tempering, okay? So something's getting tempered. It can also represent compromise. It can represent healing, improvements, going with the flow, balance. So beautiful themes in December. And then you've got the little gold pig. Okay, so that can talk about abundance as well and luck. So I love that for you. Blessings are definitely a theme of your year. I see it in November. I see it in December. I see blessings quite honestly in a lot of your oracle cards, but April, November, and December are really standing out, as well as September actually, as particularly strong months with blessings. Also February, you had the Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely to do with the secret. Like I keep looking at the lock, so there's something about the lock, secrets revealed. But I do think you're better off having this information, right? It's providing clarity. It's like anything that was cloudy, confusing, you're at least you have your answers. So honestly, group 4, I think this year is great. You're feeling passionate, you're feeling direction, you're feeling focused, more focused than I think you've ever have. You've got luck, windfall coming in, lucky charms and things that you're carrying, you're manifesting, you're visualizing, you're overcoming fears, facing fears that you had aren't looking so scary. You're following up on leads and opportunities that come up. You're facing fears. Like maybe whatever this is, this lead or this thing that popped up, maybe before you wouldn't have because you would have been afraid. But now you're like, you know what, let's just see where this goes. You're getting surprised throughout the year, lots of different surprises. You're feeling playful, you're having fun. You're keeping an open mind about life in general, but especially relationships, passion. I was getting someone you're kissing a lot. I don't know if that resonates. Quick, short little trips, like little getaways, little surprising trips, spontaneous little day things that you're doing. And then the only main thing I see is maybe people working through some discord, okay? So this isn't a fun thing, of course, but it happens as part of relationships. So I am seeing that throughout the board, but at least we've got Temperance by December. So hopefully whatever is causing this discord is at least, I just got the word negotiated or figured out by then. Definitely come back throughout the year. Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this and we will see you next time.